Hello and welcome back to Top Fellas. Welcome to episode 2. We are back as normal with Billy and Fred.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I was just pretending to be Billy. Anyways, yeah.
And
Who have we got on today, then?
today we have on our good friend, Mr. Ollie.
Oh.
Ollie?
Hello.
It's Mr. Ollie.
Mr. Ollie, yeah, that's his name. Can you introduce yourself, Ollie?
Okay. Hi, my name's Ollie. 3 things about me, I guess.
Yeah, give us top 3 things about Ollie.
You're supposed to say, we were practicing this before.
Practicing my
James, you were supposed to
introduction.
say, you're supposed to turn around to him and go, what are the top 3 things about you? But he went,
I'm prepared. I'm going with the
Ollie's more prepared than you
I'm
are,
more
mate.
prepared
Honestly.
than Make me host.
James,
Before
do
we
you know what you are? Oh.
Sound
Blank.
Okay, so we've got a new thing this time. So when we are off topic, we have a soundboard with us, and when we get off topic, we click this button.
Blank.
Alright, doesn't mean you have to spam it.
Okay, I'm just preparing people for what to hear. All
Just in
5 of our
case.
listeners.
Yeah.
No, all 0.
All 0 of them.
So far, we're going to be like
But you've not even
millionaires.
uploaded episode 1 yet.
Yeah.
We've had
God.
hold on.
Fred's
Ollie,
being an idiot.
Ollie,
No,
top
no.
3 things about you.
Okay. I have crippling autism. I've started a recent tattoo addiction, and I love pop culture.
Whoa.
Do you actually have autism?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice one. Let's
Let's go. Autism squad. Woo.
Don't worry, so does James.
I
Yeah.
have trouble making friends. Let's go. Okay.
Blank.
Oh, we forgot the Vine boom. We forgot the
Oh, it's all right. We'll have a different thing for each episode. So
This
okay.
one is
blank. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So
All right.
today we were going to discuss the top 10 superhero movies,
Yeah.
which was Ollie's suggestion when he was coming on the pod, and I think that's going to be a solid one. Now, usually we don't really have any structure to this. We just sort of the only structure is the top 10 list itself. So I'm going to let you start off, Ollie. What do you reckon is the 10th best?
Number 10.
Yeah, number
10 best. Okay.
Number 1 being the best, number 10 being the worst.
All right. So number
Not,
10.
no, that's not.
What? No. What's the 10 best? Yeah. So number 1 being the best, and number 10 being the worst.
Yeah.
I would say number 10, like number 10 is like a number 10 spot because you don't want the worst movie on there. It's like got to be
There
the
are
top
more
10
than 10 superhero
best.
movies that have
top
been
10,
invented.
Yeah, you know,
If
like,
there was only 10 movies in the superhero genre, then I could say 10 being the worst. But
yeah,
the point
but
is
you
still
can't,
proven.
you numpty.
The point is still proven.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Blank. Right. Listen here. You little blank. Listen here, you. Blank.
There you go.
Oh,
Second
never
time's a
mind.
charm. Don't worry.
Oh, there we go.
Don't play that loud.
I want to make it as loud as it can get.
Blank.
I'm no longer wearing headphones anymore.
Sounds like blank. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Blank.
All right.
Right.
10th best superhero movie.
10th best superhero movie. Right. Well, this is probably going to change. Like, you know, no matter how many times you ask someone, obviously the opinion's probably going to go. Like, you know, what's your favorite superhero film? You'll probably
Madam Web.
say. Like, even though it's still on the same subject, I actually saw Morbius the other day. Right.
Oh,
It was me, Oscar, and Jack. Right. And after class had finished, we thought, you know, you want to get some pizzas and we'll watch a movie. We thought, yeah, sure, why not? We thought, let's watch something that's laughably bad and is just like I can't get through it. And it was Morbius. We watched Morbius. It was
Why did you watch Morbius?
It was Morbin time. I mean, when we got there,
It's Morbin.
it's
Is that what you said before you got to the film?
every time that
You morbed all over your pizza when you ordered.
every time that like Morbius or like Jared Leto was gonna like change or like turn into Morbius, we're like, oh, he's about to morb.
Hold on. Are you putting Morbius at 10?
No, I'm not putting
Okay,
it
good.
on.
What does morb mean?
We don't know.
You don't know what more. Why did you say that like Louis Theroux or something?
Why?
Quizzing
What
the
does it
younger
mean?
generation. No, could you tell me, please, what does morb mean? What's the slang
If you could
term
describe
for
it in one word, what would that one word be?
It's like being
It's gonna morb.
It's
That's
like
what it
being
is.
noided, but like with a vampiric touch on it. You know? Do you know what being noided is?
I don't.
It's like experiencing like the whole array of motions.
That's me when I
emotions
drink
all at
pilk.
once. Yeah, exactly.
Pilk.
The-
Plank. Pilk is like Gen Z heroin, basically. You know?
Pilk is top 10
Bloody
things.
Jack said oh yeah, for our new talk show that we're going to be briefing, let's have it so like the punishment for the loser of the game show, they have to drink Pilk.
Oh,
What the
I'd
fuck's
actually,
Pilk?
I would lose on purpose.
James would drink it for free.
I'd lose it on purpose.
I would as well.
You have to drink the Pilk,
What is
no
wrong
problem.
with you guys?
Start Pilk maxing.
Oh mate, I love Pilt Maxon. It's so good.
Yeah.
I do it
All
every
right.
year, every year.
I'll tell you what we are doing.
Plank.
We're,
Right.
we're getting
You're
off
not allowed to
topic.
press the
We're
button
getting
this
off
time.
topic. All
All
right.
right, so
10th best superhero
All right,
movie.
10th
Morbius is not it. 'cause
it's
it
not
sucks.
it's not that.
But Morbius is funny.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up. All right, so I'd say 10th best would probably be, this is gonna be an underrated one, I'm sure, but Captain America: The First Avenger.
That's a solid
Oh,
choice.
That's
okay.
that was the
Solid
one.
choice.
No,
that-
honestly, I reckon that-
Really? Okay, Billy's looking at me over the
Billy's
table,
like
shaking his head.
You're
shaking his
shaking your
head,
head
he's
right
shaking his
now.
head.
Yeah.
Did
Like-
you not like the movie?
It's fine. It's just average at
It's
best.
probably the best Marvel in Phase 1.
One of them.
It's
I mean,
it's a good introduction.
We've
I'll
got
give you that.
Avengers
I
as well.
definitely-
I mean,
James, but
Avengers-
I
remember
prefer
Iron-
first Avenger to Avengers.
No. Did
Dude.
you have a childhood? Like,
Yeah,
what's
I've seen
going on?
Avengers a
Yeah.
million times, but
Like,
I've always been a Captain America fan.
I mean, remember obviously you had like Iron Man, Thor, and then Captain America, and like the Incredible Hulk, I think.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
was
remember.
phase
And
one.
then and then they had
not the
Avengers come
Incredible
out, and then
Hulk.
obviously you had Black Widow and all that. But yeah, I think
Mhm.
Captain America: The First Avenger. I just had so many fond memories of that movie. I liked the World War II setting,
Yeah,
the
that-
outfits.
No, that was really
The
good.
Red
Entry.
Skull as well, the whole like the Hydra stuff. I thought that was great. Yeah, Captain America. I had a lot of fond memories with that movie.
That's a
I
good.
watched,
That's
I
a
watched
really
it a
good
lot growing
answer.
up.
That's
so
a good
it's-
answer.
Yeah, I might actually after this podcast is done go back home and binge it on Disney Plus.
What's your
Good
opinion
thinking,
on
good
the
thinking.
other Captain America movies, Winter Soldier, Civil War?
Right,
Or are
so-
we going to get to them later?
There
I
might
mean-
possibly might be another Captain America movie in the list.
I was
but
going to
Yeah.
put.
I
To be
think
honest,
the
I
other
was going to
Captain
put both of
America
the other
movies
ones
are
on there.
better.
I was going to put both of the other ones
You're
on
gonna
my
put
top
Civil
10.
War. You'd put Civil War.
Man guy. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Iron Man 1
I
is
think
great.
I think
Yeah.
Iron Man 1
1
slaps.
I want to
these.
take
But-
back what I said about Captain America being the best in Phase 1. I think Iron Man
Man
probably.
one.
is.
Iron Man 1 was-
What about
yeah.
Iron Man 2? Because Iron Man.
I liked
was
Iron Man
very
2.
divert. I
All
quite
of the
liked it.
Yeah, it's just got
I
F1
just-
racing in it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't like Iron Man 3.
And then
though.
bloody what's his
They
name,
lost me in Iron Man
No,
3.
Iron Man 3 was sick as well.
Iron Man
not
3 is
gonna lie.
underrated as all
And
hell.
what's his name? Who owns Twitter right now?
Elon Musk.
He's
He's in it. He's in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
Elon Musk, yeah.
Elon Musk. Jesus Christ.
what a guy.
We talked
What
about him in the
absolute-
last
Yeah,
Yeah,
podcast.
we were talking about how like his, you know how he used to date Amber Heard.
Amber Turd on a bed. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's also what we said.
We've also said that.
Oh,
Amber cosplayed as Mercy.
Why are we talking
Yeah,
about
there was
this
a
again?
photo of that. That was
Overwatch.
leaked. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, we were talking about the photo.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
Jesus.
that's another kind of superhero.
That's
for the
a
time, but
yeah.
plank.
Right.
Right.
We're going on
But I would say this about Captain America: First Avenger. Not gonna lie, right? There's this one very common theory about it. I like it very much. I know that the guy who directed it, I'm pretty sure, did all the storyboards for Star Wars.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty
Oh
cool.
wow.
But
All right, that's good.
one thing that I will say about the film, here's the theory. This is completely unrelated to the director, but you know how he came out the ice,
Yeah.
and the moment Nick Fury comes up to him and says, "Would you like to join the Avengers?"
Yeah.
How the fuck did he not say anything racist
Yeah,
to
I
him?
know. It was set in the 1940s, the
Yeah.
first Avenger, so...
Yeah.
What does he think about when Black
Maybe-
Widow sits at the same table as him and just like and doesn't
What?
ask for permission?
No, that's
Oh.
Wait, what?
That's not a theory because that's not real.
Yeah, that's
It is
true.
confirmed in the law.
It's confirmed in the law that Captain
Well, did
America
you
is
not
an
read the
avid
comics?
racist.
Yeah, no, it's true that, well, I don't know. It's just like a different time and setting and all that.
I don't know,
Maybe-
he's meant to be like a really good guy.
Yeah,
so
that's
maybe
why
yeah,
he got
maybe he's
the
so
serum.
pure of heart.
Yeah.
that He just doesn't
He,
say the
he
N
can
word
lift
when he sees him.
Mjolnir.
There's
Jonathan. He can lift Jonathan.
Yeah.
I love
of all the
Jonathan.
celebrities I've actually met, the weirdest one, you know, in Captain America: The First Avenger,
Yeah.
before Steve Rogers gets the super soldier serum, he's all skinny and lanky.
Yeah,
He's
that
got
looks
my
Yeah.
so
physique.
Yeah.
weird.
What they did in the behind the scenes is they like CGI Chris Evans' face on some lanky guy, right?
Was it you?
It was-
No,
It
but
was,
I-
it was definitely me.
I've actually-
He's got the
Billy.
bang on the same physique.
I've actually met the guy that they CGI'd Chris Evans' face on.
Holy
Oh,
shit! So
nice
you've
one.
met Captain
I've
America?
met, I've met skinny Steve Rogers.
Holy
Hell yeah.
shit!
Is he still skinny or is he like has he been hitting the gym?
He just looks like a regular guy, really.
Oh,
If
fair
I
enough.
wouldn't have noticed
The next
him.
time you see him, he's just built like Lou Ferrigno. He's just absolutely tall. He's like, that movie destroyed me, man.
Crikey.
All right, are we
You
moving
got
on
that super
to
serum.
All right.
numero 9, or are we sticking on?
Number 9.
Right,
okay.
Fred, do you want to take this one?
All right,
Right, you
this
take
is
this one,
yours.
Fred.
This is
Number
yours.
9. I think probably for number 9. Ooh, this is a hard one. I'm going to put Watchmen at number 9.
Oh, good answer.
Because Watchmen, it's Zack Snyder, and I'm mixed opinions on Zack Snyder.
I don't like his
he cooked
DC
with
EU
Watchmen,
stuff.
didn't
Have you
But
seen-
Yeah.
Watchmen,
what about,
great.
Did you see the Justice League Zack
Oh,
Snyder?
Snyder
film?
Cut
I
was good.
watched it
The Sny-
4 times.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is.
I
I've
thought the Snyder
spent
Cut was really good.
16 hours of my life watching that
Honestly,
film.
I don't blame you. It's
I thought the
pretty good.
Snyder Cut was really good, but
I
I didn't
just,
like Man of Steel and I didn't like Batman v Superman.
You didn't
Fair
like
enough.
Man of Steel.
Ooh.
I mean, that we're really getting
I
into some
like
controversial opinions.
Now the thing is that
I like Man of Steel, not
I didn't.
Batman vs
I
Superman.
didn't.
though.
the
No,
thing
no
is
one likes
with
that movie.
with Batman v Superman is that when you're watching the film, you absolutely bloody hate it, but it's got some really good, memorable scenes.
The
in
warehouse
it.
sequence.
bleed? To God's will, you will, and all this shit. Or like the number one scene that I remember the most is the courthouse scene when it just all
Oh,
blows
it
up
explodes,
completely.
yeah.
Because I had a Minecraft server where that exactly
Yeah, you
happened.
told me about that in
happened.
town.
That happened in Minecraft on one of my servers. So I was like, oh my god.
I just
Live
think,
action Minecraft.
Live action Minecraft.
I just think some of the most memorable scenes. I mean, for like the short time that Ben Affleck was Batman, I think he did an alright job.
He did a really
I
good
think,
job.
I
Didn't
think he
get
did-
a good script.
He just
I
really
don't
he
think.
deserved more time. Especially like the scene where he's obviously the whole warehouse scene is something like some shit straight out of the Arkham games. I'm just picturing like when some dude swings, I'm like shit, press triangle to counter, counter, 5 times combat, you know. But I especially love the scene where he's breaking into the party before he meets Clark Kent. And he's trying to put a computer tracker on there, and then some drunk woman comes in and says, hi, can I help you? And he does the whole, yeah, I'm sorry, I thought the bathroom was this way. And he turns into like drunk playboy arsehole Bruce Wayne. And then the second she's gone, he does his Batman voice, he's like, Alfred.
I thought, yeah.
Just like,
I
Yeah.
thought Ben Affleck did a really good job. actually.
he did a
But
really good job, yeah.
Back to Watchmen.
Back to
Watchmen.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
great.
the main
Mate,
film.
I think the thing is with Watchmen is now we've gotten on to all the other Zack Snyder films. I feel like Watchmen deserves a place a little bit further down the list.
We're coming
So-
back to Watchmen.
Yeah,
What
we'll
we putting at 9 then?
back. We'll come back to Watchmen, but
Alright,
I
what we
feel
putting
like
at 9?
since we're on the topic of like superhero films that Zack Snyder's made,
It's number 9.
I think number 9 probably, even though it's shit, probably Batman v Superman because
What?
Wow, hang on.
actually hold on. Nah, actually change that. Planes. Take your hand away from that button. Take your hand away.
All right, Black Panther. Maybe that should deserve a spot on the top 10 list.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think that we should probably put what's it called? Justice League.
Zack Snyder cut.
Snyder cut.
No,
Snyder
I
Cut.
You know what?
agree.
I
Number nine.
respect that one.
You know
It's
what?
because it's an all right film. In all honesty, it's like I don't know how to feel after watching the end of it because like I kind of
You've seen it 4 times.
I had to watch it 4 times to understand like whether or not I liked it or not.
Oh, really?
I
I thought
And
you just loved it
I'm
that
still
much.
and I'm just still
I like
I don't
it.
know
It's pretty
about
good.
it.
I thought it was
Maybe watch it
excellent.
for like a 5th time after this podcast.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Great
Go
watch
back
fit.
and watch it again, and then I'll be like, oh,
I
okay.
thought it was really good. I've only seen
The
it
thing
once.
is I feel like they completely wasted Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
he
I
had
think-
such
Completely
good potential.
agree.
And Green
He-
Lantern, when he just appears for like 10 seconds at the end of it.
No,
right?
he's in the battle sequence, isn't he? The Green Lantern.
Wasn't he? Yeah, at the start, they have all those like other characters like appearing.
There's a very old version of one of the Green Lanterns in it. Well, the Green Lantern Corps, who's like a
cool.
monkey guy. He's just a monkey dude, and
Monkey dude.
and he just gets killed pretty quickly.
Well,
Oh.
which scene is this in?
So at the start, there's that whole scene about how what's his name came to Earth. What's the name
Dark
of
Side.
the Dark Side? That's it. The B-Tech Thanos, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he came.
I actually prefer him to Thanos.
Nah.
Not in the movies. Maybe in the comics.
In
but in
the-
the movies.
In the
the
comics,
comics.
he
In
would
the
absolutely
comics, Dark Side
slam.
is fucking great.
But
And
yeah,
then
in the
remember the
movies,
animated
Thanos.
show
In the
where like, he
movies,
shoots
he's-
the laser out of his eyes? That's like meant to be undodgeable,
Yeah.
and Batman just swerves out of the way because
Yeah.
he's just that cool.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
I mean, the thing is that DC's got like 2 big contenders as like Endgame sort of level, people. Well, you got 3. You got the Anti-Monitor, you've got Darkseid, and you've got Brainiac.
Yeah.
Whereas
Brainiac, good
I
shout.
kind of hope they
in-
give Brainiac a break after the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
what-
played
that's
it.
Wait,
what
what's
happened.
Phil got saying? Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
he's moving closer.
he's moving.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more like big supervillains. There's like
Yeah.
There's the Batman
Oh, the
Batman
Batman who
who
laughs.
laughs.
Yeah.
There's like
there's,
Zod.
There's
Yeah.
There's so many.
Zod,
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 really.
Zod just gets his ass whipped.
Zod's
by
I will
Superman.
find him.
there's
Yeah.
there's Perpetua. There's Superboy Prime.
Oh yeah, Superboy Prime. Yeah, that's
it.
yeah.
All right, let's get
Right,
my
that's
mic
the
back.
rest.
Alright.
That's the last you hear of Vil got for. a
No,
while.
there's also the cyborg Superman that's evil as well. I forgot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know? Anyone know his name?
Okay, fair enough. I
I'm
mean,
trying to remember his name. I've got like a comic book where it's like him. He's like half Superman and he's got
Half
like, half
robot.
Like,
Bizarro. Or...
No, that's like when
Bizarre is an interesting.
that's when
one
he's
as
got
well.
like the S that's upside down. He looks like a zombie.
Yeah,
that's Bizarro, and his suit's more purple.
Right,
Anyway,
Anyway,
are we put?
Plank. Right,
Are
let's
we
get back to the
putting?
list.
Are we putting
Snyder
Snyder
Cut.
Cut at 9?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
think
respect
so.
that a lot.
I
Actually.
feel like the thing is with the Snyder Cut, as much as I like it and all that, I feel like they went in a little bit too quickly with
No,
like
yeah,
having
100%,
bringing out
100%.
the big guns and all that.
Cyborg
But-
Superman.
Is that Cyborg Super? Yeah, that's Cyborg.
He's what he's called.
Yeah,
nice.
he's dead evil, that guy.
Yeah.
I feel like what they should have done to like get the squad together and all that is something that they did with what's it called, which is one of my personal favorite films of all time, is the James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Oh, I'm putting that one like in
That's-
top 5.
that's
top
gotta be in
5.
top five.
yeah.
He like it's just so fucking
That's one of the
funny.
best movies
It is
ever, if
amazing.
you ask me.
It's
Yeah.
Right,
amazing.
we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come
but
back to that one.
continued.
Yeah, let's-
Snyder
Us
Cut.
freaking out about the Suicide
Snyder
Squad
Cut.
to be continued.
Snyder Cut is on 9 then.
Yeah.
It's just a decent superhero film, and you know
Above average.
it's above average, and it got everyone in the community together.
And they actually
to be
won.
made,
They actually won. They actually did release
Yeah.
this movie, which is fair play.
which is it's incredible. Particularly
It
all
is
the
so
shit
much
that
better
Zack
than the
Snyder
original.
been through and all that. You
Yeah.
know, like
I'm just glad that he finally he saw what Joss Whedon had done and went, no, they deserve better.
They fixed
let's,
it.
let's
Yeah, I
release
mean-
the better version.
considering Zack Snyder's latest film.
I didn't even bother watching Rebel Moon. I can't lie.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it. I don't
My
know if I
dad
wanna.
watched it. I
Mm.
said I don't really feel like watching it, and then apparently he came back to me. He said, what he said was, it was a good movie, but the Star Wars lawyers are probably on the phone with him already because apparently it's just Star Wars done again.
It was originally meant to be like a script for Star Wars, and then they turned it down, and he went, okay, well I'll just do it instead, but I'll just rewrite it so it's not stormtroopers and lightsabers. It's these weird B-tech lightsabers.
It's the intergalactic people.
It's the light swords.
I'm assuming that's not a
and the
recommendation
Pawn-
from
and
you
the
guys.
Troopers.
It's not the Empire, it's the Emperor's people. All right, I hope you
Yeah,
understand.
get it right.
Get it right, mate. Come on.
Anyway, so what's on
Number 8.
Number 8.
Billy.
I'll let Billy
Billy.
I
decide.
know. I think
Alright.
James. I think
James,
I got
okay.
a 7.
Oh.
I've got.
James.
You
right,
got a
wait.
good 7.
You got a
Okay,
7, alright,
number
James, what's alright
8.
then?
Oh.
What's number 8?
I'm just trying to think. I'm tempted to say the 1989 Batman.
Ooh. I have a
haven't
good
seen it.
feeling that deservedly so. Batman's gonna make his way in this top 10.
Oh yeah, Batman.
Batman,
because he's the
Batman's-
best hero of all time.
The
in my
one that I
opinion.
feel like it's
That's
going to be a lot of Batman
I
and
like
Spider-Man.
Batman.
I reckon
Batman's-
Spider-Man to come.
Spider-Man
Batman.
is gonna be there. Batman's gonna be. Batman's. Just, I think if. You know what? Fuck it. No other movie gets a top 10. It's just all
Just
Batman.
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 Batman and Robin, number 1.
Yes,
I mean-
best movie of all time.
One thing I've got a number 6 definitely.
All right,
Well,
number
8,
8.
7,
but-
6, and then
Well,
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
number 8, I'm going to go with the 1989 Tim Burton Batman. 'Cause it's
absolutely
like,
amazing.
I saw it
movie.
in
I
the
haven't
cinema.
seen it.
Oh, what?
I still haven't seen it. I know, like my parents still scold me to this day.
I saw it at
because
the
I haven't seen
cinema.
it.
As a re-release, and it is
Oh,
literally just
mate.
a comic put to live action. The dialogue, you can almost imagine the text bubbles above them. The imagery is basically like they've just taken the drawings from the comic and put onto the screen through set design and through these characters. It puts the comic book into comic book movie.
I mean, the one thing that I loved about the movie is the fact that like Michael Keaton It's kind of like the first.
What you
Jamming
doing?
out to music.
I thought he was agreeing with us. I thought he was
Yeah.
just nodding along.
I was just loved it so much. He was like, "Fuck yeah, Batman,
Batman's good.
All right.
No, no,
number
no,
eight.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
That
was
is
just
why.
copying him. I was just nodding along.
Right, so-
Right, you don't get to press the
Oh,
button.
damn it.
You're our guest.
Oh, my God.
fuck.
Doesn't actually swear, like, censor the swear word, just censors the, like, nothing else.
Yeah.
Plank.
Right, come on.
Right, so 1989, right? The one thing I loved about it was the fact that, like, you know, like James, you just said, it did bring a comic book to life, obviously, with Keaton as Batman. And did you know originally, like, you know, all the fan base when they heard Michael was going to get cast as Batman, they were like, no,
Yeah,
it's-
they hated it,
don't,
didn't
I don't
they?
want him as Batman. And then Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and then like everything else in there, and then like. Like Keaton in the bat suit, and then obviously it started the you know the classic neck turn where he can't like,
Yeah.
he can't turn his neck
Because
around.
the suit was like...
And he's got like 400 pounds of like rubber on, and he's got like not the nipples, that didn't come in just quite yet, but he's got like the crotch plate and the butt and everything and like that, and then like you know does the whole.
Michael Keaton
Turn
still
around.
thinks he's Batman to this day.
I mean, he
fucking
did
love it.
play him in the
Yeah.
Flash,
In
and
the
he,
Flash, it
and
was
he was
not
meant
so
to,
good.
and he was meant to be in
Nah.
Batgirl, but then that got cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
before,
was,
like,
wasn't
come
he?
out.
I'm kind of glad all that stuff
He-
got cancelled.
When he was, according to Tom Holland, when he was playing Vulture in the
Oh, yeah.
In Spider-Man,
in
yeah.
Spider-Man, he would like in between shoots where they're doing action shots where like he'd lunge on top of Spider-Man, you know, to like throw him to the
Yeah.
ground
Yeah.
and stuff. When he'd like lunge on top of him, he'd like you know like full on like jump on top of him, grab him by the shoulders, smack him down on the ground, then go and whisper in his ear,
I'm Batman.
"I'm Batman."
I'm Batman. Justice. Justice. Fuck off him.
But
I'm gonna bring up
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up something with the whole like if we get to this movie, which I'm gonna put in the top 3,
Oh,
Yeah,
or
okay.
possibly the top 1.
Is it Batman related?
It might be.
I have a feeling
is
I know
it
which one it is.
the Batman?
It might be.
Oh,
we're gonna get
no.
we're gonna
I
get to that
fucking
absolutely
love that film.
goated movie, but we're gonna get to that.
We'll
It's-
get to that.
We will get to that masterpiece. I just want to talk. I'll talk about the whole justice and vengeance like thing there, but yeah, I mean, like Batman 1989. I love the comic accuracy in it. I love Keaton's portrayal as Batman, both like Bruce Wayne and as Batman.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson as the Joker was surprisingly amazing. I didn't think what he would be like playing that role, but I thought he was great.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
obviously you had like Kim Basinger who in it, who was just kind of there. I love the goons with
Yeah.
like the purple leather jackets playing the Prince music.
Yeah,
and then
when
one of
he's
them's got
breaking into like the art museum.
and then they're playing like, you know, they've got like the samurai swords and they're going and then Batman just kind of kicks him in the face. I thought that was great.
I think that is a worthy number 8.
89 Batman film, definitely.
All right,
number
Billy,
8.
you
I
said you
think-
had. Oh,
Right.
right.
One thing I got to add on the Batman movie from '89.
You said you
is-
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I do know one line from it, and there's just this
is?
one
Was
line.
it the nuts one?
Well, there's.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
And then there's also, for some reason, the one thing that I find very funny, which I used to have saved on my computer, is you know that one bit in it where he's got like that flying head, like the bat.
The Batwing.
Yeah, the Batwing. He's flying around in the Batwing, which is a literal fucking jet airplane. He could bomb the fucking Joker, but does it not? The white phosphorus, the fucking guy, mate. White phosphorus him in the fucking bat jet. All right, and then he's gone. You don't have to deal with him.
just really quickly before you get to number 7, I'll just say the movie's been out since the 80s, mate. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of
89.
like,
Yeah, that's
like-
on you.
But anyway, so like he's like flying towards the Joker, right?
And he just pulls out like a fucking magnum.
He pulls out
Yeah,
a magnum
out
with
of
like an
trousers.
extended barrel, and
Yeah.
Batman like has like a machine gun. Obviously, I know Batman has a no kill rule, but in this movie he does kill people.
Yeah,
He
And
kills people left,
and he
right,
just like
centre.
shoots like the bullets. They all miss, and then Joker just whips out like this 20-inch like pistol and goes, "Pff," and then just like shoots it, and it just destroys the Batplane in one shot. I'm like, how weak is this thing?
Like bro built out of cardboard. It was hard.
I'll tell you what we have forgotten about so far, but would be a worthy inclusion.
Yep.
The Lego Batman movie.
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
The Lego
though.
Batman movie.
we're gonna have the 4th Batman
That's I
inclusion.
think that's an honourable mention.
Yeah,
That's
honourable
an
mention. Lego Batman.
We'll get to
If we were
honourable
doing
mention in-
animated movies or shit like that. that'd
I
be
think we
really
stick
good.
to live action because if we go animated, we've got
Yeah.
so many
Yeah,
to
there's
choose
so,
from.
like,
So
Across the
honourable mention.
Spider-Verse.
So that was number 8.
All
I
right, Billy
believe.
said he has number 7.
Number 7.
See, I hate that I'm putting this so high up on the list, but there's just so many other really, really good movies.
Go
Yeah,
on.
go
But
on.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is so goated.
That
Top
is-
I
five.
love that.
Top five.
Yeah, but then there's
Down,
so
down,
many
down,
other.
down,
You're going to talk about the
down,
Batman. There's so
down,
many.
No,
there's
that,
so many
that is
ways.
still top five. That's still top
You
five.
want to put that top five?
I can actually
Alright,
have Guardians for any top five
Alright,
action.
instead of shut up. Okay, it doesn't make noise anymore.
Plank.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, we're not putting that 7. We'll put that low down because
Okay.
it's such a good movie. But okay, instead maybe Black Panther. What do you think about Black Panther?
No.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say it was
like that.
at the time it was kind of
Okay, okay.
revolutionary, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
like it was a movie with like
It was a movie.
yeah.
He's got a point there.
Number
It
six.
definitely was a
No,
movie.
number 6. Yeah. But it was like revolutionary because it was a mostly black cast.
Other than
And,
the
like,
Tolkien brothers.
Other than the Tolkien brother, but like, at the same time, remember, just like when that movie came out, all you could see or hear was just Wakanda forever, and everyone was doing that with.
It
like,
was
their arms.
massive.
It was
The- The sorry to interrupt, but like the soundtrack on it was goated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the se-
It was all
Kendrick Lamar and all
Kendrick
Kendrick
that.
Lamar and
He
all the
cut.
stars and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The one thing I hate about that film is they completely fucking wasted Andy Serkis's character in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
fair enough,
good,
fair
like,
enough.
Hang on,
In the comics, he's like Thanos level villain.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
Is
yeah,
he?
yeah, like no, he is. I swear.
He
I
is,
swear.
like, huge.
He's the reason why Ultron becomes so powerful and stuff. Like
Claw.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
his name, Claw.
Claw.
Oh yeah, Claw is
Claw,
fairly
Claw
powerful.
breaks out of like basically the fucking Azkaban of like Marvel, and he works out 11 different ways how to break out of there, right?
Jeez.
And he just like fucking raised it up out of the. He literally took the prison, got rocket boosters underneath it, and just went like that, right? And then he like used that as like a fucking like space station or some shit. I can't remember, but like he was like a big bad.
I mean, I'm just looking at Claw from like the comics right now, and he's got like that little Sonic like design on his like hand.
Yeah.
and all that
It's a
stuff.
completely
Yeah,
different
yeah.
character.
And then you compare that to like bloody
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. Oh, here he is. You got Andy Serkis, who's just Andy Serkis tatted up with a beard.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
it.
But
the
he
thing
was-
is,
he was so funny, though.
He was so good, and then they were like, "Oh, but we want to make Killmonger look evil, so we'll kill him." Yeah.
Nah, but Killmonger was a good villain, actually, wasn't it?
I don't know.
He was-
No,
he was
Killmonger,
alright.
He was- he-
Killmonger was.
I
Really
feel
good.
like he would Killmonger. How the film should have gone is Killmonger should have been there for the first 3/4 of the film,
Oh, okay.
and then he would have got assassinated by Andy Serkis's character. Because now, hear me out. Because the reason why I think that would have worked better is because I want it to feel like there'd be like a heartfelt moment where Killmonger was like gonna like become like
A good guy.
like an actual good guy, and he was gonna go, well, hold on a minute, and that's the reason why he gets like
Ah,
assassinated.
But
Because
it's,
he isn't really all bad. Because in
He's
Black
got
Panther
good
2,
intention.
he's
I
like
actually
the
think
person
he's
who
a
trains.
perfect character, Killmonger, because
Is it-
I think
yeah, I think
he
he's
was
good.
he was just a lost kid that obviously wanted revenge, so
Yeah,
he did
but if
what he thought was right.
Ollie, what do you
Yeah.
think?
but I don't think he should have killed off.
Fred, let Ollie speak.
Sorry,
You're just salty about Claw.
But yeah, I mean, I did like the duel scene where he takes his where like Black Panther takes the thing and it removes his power and they have like that fight and then like
Yeah.
he's got all those burns all over him to signify king and I love that line is like when he kicks the shit out of him and he's all like, "Is this your king?" And then just starts beating him up. I
Yes.
thought that
So
was I
cool.
thought that was brutal and then like. Later on, obviously, I don't know. Have any of you seen how it should have ended?
No.
Oh yeah, on
Kishi,
YouTube. On YouTube.
Where like pretty much when Killmonger drinks the stuff and then he like makes them burn all the rest of it so no one else can have the Black Panther's power. I really think instead of that they should just given him poison. He wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
a fair
He wouldn't have known.
point.
Just give him poison. Boom, he's dead. All right, Black Panther, he can come back.
That's
Yeah.
a very good point, actually.
You had your chance right then and there.
Here's the
but,
deal. Here's the deal. We've been complaining about Black Panther, but we put it at number 7. What do
I
you
love
like
it.
about Panther? Come on, let's
Okay.
say some good
Andy
stuff.
Serkis.
We've
Andy
criticised
Serkis.
it.
So, I
Andy
love
Serkis
Andy
is a
Serkis.
huge win. Every one
Um,
of his movies.
Also,
Black Panther was sick as well.
Yeah,
like,
the
Chadwick
character of
Chadwick
T'Challa.
is
Boseman,
so good.
I also love
Such
the
a
I also
shame.
love the upgrade
Yeah.
from the suit because I mean I loved the Civil War suit and all that. Where he had like it was like like a
Civil
helmet
War.
with, like,
I'm going to
armor.
get back to Civil War. I want to get
where
back
he had
to
the
Civil War.
where he had the armor and it was all
Personally.
bulletproof.
Can we at least... how come we've got First Avenger on the top 10 but not Civil War? Civil War is way better than
Yeah,
First
I don't.
Avenger.
I didn't agree
100%.
with the first Avenger being on
I
the
think
list.
I think we can backtrack and say
Should
that.
we
so-
replace
just-
First Avenger with Civil War?
Yeah.
We'll do that after this one so we can
we'll
talk
do
a bit
that.
about
yeah,
Civil
yeah,
War.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, but Ollie, you
My
continue,
opinion's
continue.
been removed.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
it's-
Get
your-
out!
your
Get
opinion-
out! Get out! Boo!
Your opinion isn't right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, what were you gonna say about that, Ollie?
About like Black Panther. I mean, I liked this. I like the upgrade from the suit with the whole like the nanotech stuff and the fact that like a lot of pressure can be put in one place and then like
Oh,
it
yeah, that
explodes
suit
and
is
then like
awesome.
it flies back. And then I remember like the whole joke about like the sneakers and like all the
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like it's like a James Bond like Batman sort of scenario where
is cool.
we're gonna keep bringing him up.
Yeah.
it's like a James Bond scenario where like she's like Q and he's James and then like she's giving him the gadgets of like the shoes that don't make any sound when you put them on, this suit that like has all this power in it, these weapons and this all that sort of stuff, and it is like a James Bond scene. But yeah, the suit design obviously. Yeah, just like Andy Serkis as well. Like everything in that movie was just like
The
Really,
story
yeah.
was also
and it,
really
story
good.
was
and it
excellent.
kills me that oh yeah, never mind. I do remember it. Chadwick Boseman. I mean, may he rest in peace.
He was
Yeah.
so
He
good.
was
So
very
great,
good.
perfect choice for the
He
Black
was
Panther.
very
It was
good.
Just such a fucking shame.
I'm gonna
though.
get really
Yeah.
sidetracked, but he was in this like James. No. But keep your hand off that button, all right? Because
All right. Let him
you're showing
speak.
Chadwick
let him
Boseman disrespect.
speak. Let him
but
speak. Let him speak.
He did a James Brown.
Oh, that
Yeah,
movie. That
that-
movie.
that
Get
did-
on up. Get on
Get
up.
on up, and he covered the. He actually did a really good performance.
Did he do
of
the
the
singing in that?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I think
I doubt
obviously
so.
like for most musical biopics, they probably have like a little bit of the singer and then a bit of the actual
Yeah.
yeah.
artist to kind of like give it that range. But obviously, the artist is usually mostly always better than the actual
But
actor
Yeah.
singing
The
it.
thing is with James Brown, right? James Brown was fucking mental. I forgot to put him on Celebrity Scandals.
Was-
Oh, really?
He used to get so high off of PCP all the time.
And it wasn't it like
Been there.
if a band member made a mistake, he'd like fine them like $50 or something like that.
Yeah,
if they
yeah,
made a
yeah.
mistake, or if they turned up late or something like that, that was it. Or if they messed up, start it again and all that.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
stuff.
He was one thing that he did was essentially he shared his his studio with like an accountancy firm,
Yeah.
and that meant they also shared the toilets as well. And he went to go and take a poo. I'm not joking. He went to go to
Plank.
No, hold on, hear me out.
He went to take a plank.
He went to go and take a shit, right? He goes to the toilet. He finds there's a massive dookie in the toilet and it's not been flushed. So you could A, flush it down the toilet and
Fair.
have your poo.
Yeah.
You could B, flush it down the toilet, have a poo, and then raise your concern with the people. Or you could C, do a James Brown. And the James Brown reaction was to walk into the accountancy firm with a 12-gauge shotgun.
What?
Shoot the ceiling and go, who took a shit in the toilet? Who did it?
Really?
And that's what he did. And he found the person who did it, and he sat down next to them, and they were like crying and whimpering and stuff. And he was going, we both come from hard times.
James Brown
We
said
come.
that.
Why does he sound like a
We both-
mafia boss?
He sounds like
Don
let me
Corleone,
do- let me
what's
do
going
my-
on?
It's gonna be Tony
my
Sopra-
James Brown impression.
It's gonna be Tony Soprano. so-
Now listen, soul sister. We come from hard times, both of us. Okay, but if you want to go and take a shit in the toilet, make sure you flush it.
Do we all want to do famous singer impressions? Like,
We do top 10 singing impressions.
And then
later.
Yeah.
okay, and this is no joke, right? After that happened, the police were called. So James
Said,
then
I feel good. And then
no. He felt more than good, mate. Right? He went and got into his pickup truck, and he had a interstate police car chase with
James
them.
What a
Brown
legend.
did.
Yeah, he drove off. They shot out like his tires, his back two tires, so he was driving on his rims on the fucking highway like this, right? And then he what's it called? And then after all that happened, he got to like the next state, and he forgot that he what's it called? He forgot that he ran out of PCP, so he turned around. Went all the way back to his house with the police still following him.
Really?
Right? He got to his house first, found his PCP, sat on his sofa, smoked another round of PCP. The police break into his house, say, freeze, and all this shit. He's like, man, let me finish my PCP.
Why does he still sound
Yeah.
like an Italian mafia boss?
Is
No,
he
he
even
does-
sounds
did
like,
Did he
the
get caught by?
Godfather?
Did he get
Does
caught by the
sound like
police?
Don Corleone.
Did he get caught by the police?
Yeah, he did. He went. he got sent to
Right.
he got sent to prison.
Wow, I don't
guys,
blame
I
you.
don't want to be this guy, but
Plank.
come on, we
All right,
gotta get.
can
back
we
to
go
the-
very
to?
off
Can we go back
topic.
to number 10 because we changed number 10.
Civil War.
Civil War.
But I prefer Winter Soldier to Civil War. But all right.
We could get back. Winter Soldier's very.
vanilla ice cream.
Right, Fred, you're a fucking.
Can we not be racist on the podcast?
I didn't say that.
You're not supposed to call them that anymore.
What, Fred, who's white?
Are you assuming? No, but anyway.
All right, so Civil War.
Civil War.
Okay.
It was
Great-
like a false
film.
Avengers movie, basically.
It was. It is Avengers 2.5.
I mean, there's obviously.
Didn't enjoy it.
you didn't like Civil
I
War.
didn't. Sorry to interrupt, Ollie, but I just didn't enjoy it. But yeah.
Civil War. You
continue.
didn't
I
like.
mean, so alright, so Civil War. As much as I liked Civil War, I mean, Civil War literally just kind of felt like the fact, like Marvel was like, okay, let's just like, obviously we still shoot out some absolute. You're
Yeah,
still
we just
doing
like-
the. You're still doing.
Fred's now dying on
Keep
the
in mind,
podcast.
we
Yeah.
don't have the visuals for this. Most people are just listening to this, so they just hear a Frank going.
I'm just talking about. Like, I'm saying like some Marvel, and you're just. And I hear in the distance. You know,
That's pretty much what they did. I was just doing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like
Yeah.
with Civil War, obviously it was them like let's just bring out as many superheroes out of the bag as we can. Like Black Panther, like obviously War Machine's back, and then Spider-Man, you sounded like so excited.
You sounded so slow then.
Spider-Man.
I sounded like you usually do, Fred.
That's how I sound.
Yeah.
My autism. But
That's how Fred sounds every day
no,
without
no,
that's what I
autism.
sound.
But with with Spider-Man, remember like the trailer when he does the whole on the roost, and then like Spider-Man just like shows up, pulls the weapon, does the whole.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Mr. Stark, how you doing? Hey Mr. Stark, I did
Hi
this.
guys.
Hey Mr. Stark, shut the fuck up, kid. But
Nah, but I love Civil War.
No,
I think that's
I'm,
top.
I'm
That's
on,
at
I'm on
least top.
James's
I
side here.
can't.
That's top 5 MCUs, if you ask me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No,
I don't.
no.
I'm not
Fight
sure.
me.
No.
Fight me.
I
Top 5
will.
MCU.
Alright, let's
I
go.
will.
Top 5 MCU.
I'm gonna Civil
I,
War this top
I
fellas
still remember
podcast,
my
mate.
compilations from Arkham Asylum. Don't worry, mate.
Oh,
I'm ready.
God.
All right. Billy, do you
Civil
agree?
War mid, not gonna lie.
Oh, I do really
I
like
still,
Civil War.
I still kind of think like First Avengers should be number 10, but
No,
like,
no,
you think?
no.
What you think?
Nah,
you
Civil
think that should
War
be-
has one of the best not ending scenes, but ending fight scenes.
Oh,
that
Civil War's so good.
that fight scene with Captain
Civil War
America
is
and
so
Iron
good.
Man is like one of the best cinematic fight
Before-
scenes ever. It's just
Oh my
so
god,
fucking
yeah.
sick.
The development it has for the rest of the series. I mean,
Yeah.
crikey,
It
O'Reilly.
sets up a lot. Civil
Yeah.
War does.
Wraps up a lot, sets up a lot. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Like, was it the beginning of phase 3? Fantastic start to it.
I just didn't really enjoy it, really.
Oh,
That's-
well, I didn't ask you, Fred.
All right. Before we start arguing, should we go to number 6, or should
Number
we just agree
6.
to disagree on Civil War?
Number
What's number
okay.
6?
Number 6, I've got 2. That
Well,
we
we only
can
have
decide.
number 6.
we can.
Contenders,
I
contenders.
got 2 contenders, and you can decide. So, it's either got to be Watchmen
Watchmen, okay,
or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, we're not doing animated ones,
We're not
remember?
doing
no, we're not doing
Oh,
animated ones
okay,
here.
okay.
So should we put Watchmen at number 6?
Or,
Watchmen-
hang on.
Yeah.
No Way Home. What do we think about No Way Home?
As a film, it's probably not great.
That's 5.
As a biased
There's
Spider-Man
so
fan,
many more
it's
films
one of
to
the
come.
greatest things I think I've
I
ever
would say
seen.
so with Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Obviously, it's meant to be like the third one of like the Tom
Holland
top
trilogy.
of the Holland trilogy, right? So I kind of think, to be honest, this is going to be a bit of a controversial opinion, probably with you, James, because you're a really huge Spider-Man fan.
I am.
I
massive.
am as
I
well.
mean, I love
We all
Spider.
are.
I love Spider-Man. Who doesn't love Spider-Man? Spider-Man is amazing of a character, but I just kind of feel like it was there just for cameos.
No, but here's where
Yeah,
I
I can agree
here's
with
where
you
I
there.
disagree. Here's where I disagree. Right? Is you can say Andrew, Toby, they come back and they're like, ooh, look, and yeah, to an extent, that's the sake.
But there's
but
a significant
yeah,
amount of story
There
beforehand.
is a reason for the reason for them to be there is for character development. They leave and they have a significant impact on Tom Holland's
also-
They
Spider-Man.
help out Tom
The
Holland
only-
develop.
Nobody else that Tom Holland's development comes from the fact he's talking to 2 other Spider-Man who have gone through similar things as he has. So without those
Wait, hold on. Let's let Vilgot speak. What did he say?
I also like to argue that not only Tom Holland has a character development, but also Andrew.
Yeah.
When-
Oh,
Completely
yeah,
agree.
honestly,
He gets a slight
When
bit
he
of
saves-
redemption, which
when
was
he
needed.
saves Zendaya, I think that was like a
Yeah.
conclusion.
Because Andrew couldn't save Gwen.
Yeah,
so-
they develop the old characters, they develop the new characters, and there can be no other character than if they were talking to different iterations
okay,
of Spider-Man.
I'm going to talk about the positives and the negatives of No Way Home, right? So
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
start
fair.
off. I'm going to start off with the negatives. I'm going to get those out of the way, right?
All right, cool.
When you see the movie in cinema, and then Andrew and Toby show up on screen, and you can just not hear anyone shut up because for like a solid 10 minutes, people are
My
just
audience didn't
screaming their
cheer.
guts
My
out.
audience
My
didn't
audience
cheer.
did.
Yeah,
I watched on
same
the day
here.
of release, and
Nah,
I was
it
so
was
happy.
everyone was just like,
My
know,
audience
"Yeah."
was dead
It was the
silent.
best
It was that,
audience
and then when you see it
experience,
like,
cinema
and when you
experience.
see it out at the cinema, or like when you see it like on like DVD or like rental or online, whatever you see it afterwards, you just hear the awkward silences because like he's up, Andrew comes in, he's like, no, it's okay, and he just takes off the mask. It's just like a solid like 20 seconds of awkward silences because they
Plank.
That's what you hear.
because they knew that like the directors went, okay, we know we're gonna have like a solid 30 minutes, probably 2 hours of just cheering right now, so let's just like
Yeah, it's
make
like a
this as
sitcom
awkward-
appearance.
it really
Oh,
is.
God.
Like I was expecting like canned laughter and like claps and everything.
Yeah.
He does have a point here.
That
It is
was
a
that
bit
was
more
that was the negative.
anticlimactic
I would
when
say
you watch it
the
at
other
home.
negative is like pretty much unfortunately because obviously I mean Tom was great as Spider-Man. I loved like they
He's a good actor, actually.
I really liked No Way Home, but like there's just the scenes, like the main story suffered a little bit because you're waiting because like obviously because of the leaks at the time, we saw that Andrew leak on the the poll, and then we obviously there was like possible like was that Toby there on set or what's he doing, and he's avoiding the question with the whole I am not the wolf or whatever the hell that meant. When he's there, you just kind of think, okay, so there's a good chance that the other Spider-Men are going to be in this movie.
You want to know my theory? You want to know my theory?
Yeah.
I reckon all of those leaks were actually done by Marvel, and
Yeah.
because it's like if those leaks didn't happen, it still would have made a lot of money. But the fact that those leaks did happen, it got people talking so much more than if they hadn't. And people turned up just to see, like, oh, I wonder if those leaks are true. Oh, I've heard those two, the other guys are going to be in
Exactly.
it. If those leaks didn't happen, the movie wouldn't have grossed as much. Those leaks and the hype that it built up was insane. Those leaks, I reckon, were done inside from Marvel.
So they would say like obviously those like the negatives as well. I think it like it does suffer a bit of like some writing problems because the writers go, well, it doesn't matter, we're going to bring back everyone in the end and everyone's going to forget about their own problems because Tobey Maguire's back on screen after like how many years has it been since
it
Spider-Man
was
3?
2007.
2007
Yeah.
since
Like 15 odd years.
15 odd years, or maybe around like 20, nearly pushing 20 now. He's been, my boy has been back on screen.
He's in costume, he's doing
And
his
then
thing.
Andrew Garfield as well. And then just hearing, like, I mean, just having I was sitting in that theater and just hearing the original Spider-Man theme.
Yeah, when he's
And
talking
then-
to Doc Ock.
Oh my
And when he's talking
God.
to, and then the whole like, how are you? Trying to do better. I'm like,
That's a line from Spider-Man 2. I love
I'm
that.
just trying
Yeah.
not to cry because it brought
Honest
back
to God.
my childhood.
No,
I
can we put No Way Home at 5?
No way,
No.
no way home
I-
at 5.
I
Alright,
think
reckon.
there's
Watch
so
Men-
many more to
We'll
come.
go to Watchmen at 6. No,
Hold on. Can I just add a little bit more to No Way Home?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because-
should we do No Way
Like-
Home at number 5 now and then go back to number 6?
Yeah,
if you want?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
this is No Way Home at number 5.
Okay,
No
cool.
Way Home at
stuff.
number 5. All right.
I
and
will
I
say.
got a 4 then.
Okay, cool stuff. I mean, is 4 Thor Ragnarok?
No. That,
We
see,
still got
that's what I
Guardians.
mean. That's
We've
like
still
so
got-
much more. That's
we
why
still got
I think
Guardians.
we
We'll
should
have
now.
a whole honourable mentions list.
Because I think Watchmen should be an honourable mention. Then
To be honest, I
we
sort
should
of
put
agree.
No Way Home 6, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 5.
No, I agree, actually. I agree.
Thor Ragnarok 4.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so-
agree,
so
actually.
number 6,
No-
we're on No Way Home. So
No Way Home number 6.
So the thing is with No Way Home, right, is like Tobey Maguire was my Spider-Man growing up.
Me too.
Andrew Garfield.
No.
I didn't watch.
Tobey
I
Maguire.
watched,
Absolutely no way.
Tobey
I
Maguire.
watched his movies in cinema.
Andrew Garfield. I
man.
mean,
I never watched the Andrew Garfield ones. I still haven't.
Andrew Garfield is the best
best, in my
actor to
opinion.
play Spider-Man. Who
He was
played
very
him the
good.
best
I
was
think-
Andrew Garfield.
I think
but
he's
he had
very
the,
good.
He was the best actor, but he had
just
the
got
worst script.
movies.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like,
I
I love
think
the
he was
Amazing
very
I was
good.
Spider-Man
I
1,
loved
but I
Amazing
hated the
Spider-Man
second
1 was amazing. If this was like a top
Really?
15, then it would be.
Really?
I would put it. I would. Put
I
it
wouldn't,
to-
I
would.
wouldn't.
If you guys weren't here, I'd put it in my top 10. Generally.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Or I mean, do we have a
Bill,
spot?
you're not on the podcast for a reason, so don't shake your head, mate.
Do we have like a?
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was sick. Like,
Yeah.
like
We've not got Spider-Man 2 on the list yet.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
one.
See, there's
I was-
so
I'm
many movies, man.
such a big Tobey Maguire
Love him.
fan. I've literally got a picture from Spider-Man 2002. Are
Yeah, you do,
signed
don't
by
you?
Stan Lee.
You do, don't you?
Oh my
Right, can I
god.
just
Yeah.
can I ask something as a person that doesn't have any nostalgia for the Tobey Maguire movies at all?
Yeah.
What do you
If
want to
you'd
ask?
watch it like for the first time now, would you still react the same way? Like, because you obviously
Yeah.
you grew up with it.
I wouldn't be able.
No.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because
Oh.
it hasn't aged well. They
No,
don't
But it's a
look
lot of
good.
fun,
The
isn't
thing
it? It's
is,
a lot of fun.
You said no. The word choice you used was, "Would you react the same?"
Yeah,
And
okay,
I said
fine. That's,
no,
yeah, okay.
because when I watched it as a kid, I thought it was amazing.
yeah.
If I watched it now, I still think it's a good film,
Yeah.
but because I think it'd just be funny,
I
and
think
it's just goofy.
I think it's a good film, but then
It's enjoyable.
the good films are over. But I really dislike the third one. I just couldn't get on with it. The second one's good. The first one I prefer to the second one. To
That's
be
fair,
honest with you.
actually.
the
No,
third
honestly,
one's
yeah.
mega cringe when you think about it.
The
I mean,
third
like,
one
yeah.
is just so cringe. Like if you don't take it, if you take it seriously, it's really cringe.
The,
but
the,
if you
the
don't,
third
it's
one,
funny.
the third one, I
Yeah.
see as like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
because,
me
like,
too. I grew up with the third one, so
I
I'm
just-
biased
I mean,
towards
did you-
that
did-
movie.
I'm gonna put a little dirt in your eye.
D-
Venom was horrible.
I mean, did you
it
see?
was just not good.
Speaking of what you're saying about Venom, did you guys see like the Todd McFarlane like podcast that he did?
You were- if he's not big,
If he's not big, and in fact, when he talked about when he went to go see Spider-Man 3, he saw him like, it was like, okay, the Venom's coming up. This is cool. He's gonna grow. It got to his chest. Okay, they're gonna wait for a little bit, but time to grow. It got to his head. What the hell's happening? He's not growing.
why is he so small?
And then like when he saw like the Tom Hardy Venom movie, he's like, I like that. Oh really? Why'd you like it? Because he's like
big.
Because he's big. He's huge. And then for Spider-Man 2, the PS5 game, he went, I like how big he is. That's good. I'm like, oh no.
I
And
think Spider-Man 2, the video game, does Venom the best out of anything.
Is Spider-Man 2 going on our list?
the game or the movie?
The movie.
the movie,
Yeah,
not the
the-
game. The movie, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Spider-Man 2.
It's
They'll
a
have to be
really
top
good
5,
movie.
which is.
I
Should we
fucking love
see?
that film.
We'll go with number 5 next, which is Guardians.
Oh, dun, dun.
Hooked on a feeling.
Right, stop.
This is technically on subject.
Right, let's stop.
I fucking love
It's,
Guardians.
I can talk. For
I almost want to
hours
put it
about
higher from
Guardians.
5.
My-
5 seemed harsh.
Yeah,
My-
the soundtrack alone is just.
The
fucking
soundtrack
I-
is-
I- found
Honestly,
it
best
really-
soundtrack in cinema.
Yeah,
Because
I can agree
Fair.
with
I
that.
mean,
my
how-
mum used to have I talked about this before, but I said that my mum used to have a mixtape that she used to put on in the car,
Oh,
full of
cool.
like 60s and 70s.
So
and
like
80s
Guardians
songs.
music.
So
It's
when
all
the
my
moment,
dad listens to.
Yeah, exactly. So the moment they put on the Guardians songs and shit, I could
I knew it.
recognise
I
some
knew
of
it. I
them.
knew it.
I mean,
That's
was like,
what I grew up.
I'm
That's
pretty
what I
sure.
grew up with my dad.
Yeah.
As well.
I'm pretty sure, like me included. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have got like record players or anything.
Yeah, I
like
have a
that.
record.
Yeah,
player.
But I think everyone should own like the Awesome Mix Volume 1
Yeah.
in their collection. 'cause
I
it's
need
just
to
got
buy it,
so
to be honest.
many
Honestly,
bangers.
All of them are
Guardians,
bangers.
the way
I've
that-
been to Lakeshore Drive.
Have you?
I
Have you?
have. I've
Like-
got a picture of me next to Lakeshore Drive.
The
Oh,
thing
It's,
is,
such a
that
good song.
movie was like with the music, the choice, the style, the comedy mix. Movies wouldn't be the same without Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, every time
completely
that
agree.
a new Guardians movie came out, I don't think they're not going to do a fourth one. I know they're doing like a Star-Lord thing.
I hope that they don't do a
They
fourth
d- I
one,
know
'cause
they're
it's
doing a
such
Star-Lord.
nice-
They're doing a Star-Lord.
They're doing
Yeah.
something Star-Lord, but like when they see, but when you like every time that a movie came out, we're like, okay, James Gunn is going to bless my Spotify playlist
and he
again.
does.
Because he does.
I didn't like the third one soundtrack that much.
Lakeshore Drive.
Ah, cool.
That's cool.
Fair
I've
enough.
got, I've got the music.
You can
as
show it
well.
to the show it to the camera.
Copyright.
Copyright.
It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. It's all right. Don't worry.
Yeah, they don't care when you sing a song.
That's
It's only
our
if you
cover of Hooked
hear-
on a
if you-
Feeling.
Only
now.
if you hear music.
Yeah, but
Oh,
fuck it.
All right. Yeah. Good choice.
We can sit and talk about the music,
My-
but the actual story
It's good as well.
is so good because the thing is that when I was a kid, my uncle gave me all of his Marvel comics because he didn't want them anymore for my.
What a fool.
What
Oh,
absolute
what
idiot.
a fool indeed! He gave them to me
What
on my
a
5th
absolute
birthday.
plank.
Oh god! And he gave me this one comic, which is still my all-time favorite comic
Which is?
ever, the Korvac Saga.
Ooh.
Which is
Korvac
about-
Saga.
Now the thing is, I'm not sure if you know about this, guys,
I
but
don't.
there's a. No, okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
But there's this one comic book villain in Marvel that's like Thanos level.
Is it Thanos?
It's not Thanos. It's Michael Korvac. It's just some dude called Michael Korvac who was a Kree experiment, and he's basically like, you know how overpowerful fucking Captain Marvel is and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
annoyingly, yes.
Basically, it's like a completely uncontrolled psychotic Captain Marvel that is like jacked up on roids, basically,
Cool.
like space roids. Yeah, him. He is a god, right?
Yeah.
Was that the
he-
comic you had?
Nice.
That's the one. Yes.
Let's see.
And that was
Oh, that
the
looks
first
cool.
ever comic book series that had the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I knew all about them and all that.
I think-
like they didn't have Rocket Raccoon.
No, he was only having
and-
like 5 issues of Marvel comic before
Yeah.
he was in
But
the
he's
movie.
such
wasn't
a
he?
good
And
character.
Star Lord was all Star Lord was he was like this like crystal.
Yeah, they
man.
completely rechanged him after the
I'm
movie
so
came
Yeah.
out.
glad they did. That
And-
opening scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is
Perfect.
I mean, well,
Perfect.
I love that.
technically speaking, the OG Star Lord is in Guardians of the Galaxy 2
Is it?
because
Oh,
he's
yeah, he's
the
the
guy
crystal
who
guy.
rides with
Sylvester
Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone's character.
Really?
Yeah, and also the only OG Guardian from Guardians of the Galaxy that is in
The
like,
actual
the
Guardians.
actual
Is that
Guardians.
Groot?
No,
not Groot.
Is it Drax?
Yondu.
Yondu,
Yondu.
really?
Yondu.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the one.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at the comic book cover, it's Yondu. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Fair
was.
enough.
Guardians,
I fucking
Guardians
love
is
Guardians.
such a good
I think
movie.
the only negative I have about Guardians is that how they do Drax, because Drax is so
Drax is meant to be like a monster
he's
killer,
so
isn't he?
fucking powerful in the comics.
And
it's
then in the
ridiculous.
movies,
like,
he's
he
very
takes on
jokey.
Thanos for God's sake in some comics.
He does,
yeah.
doesn't he?
He
And-
took on Ronan in the first one, got his ass whooped.
Yeah, I know.
you
It's just
I think the thing is that like I know he's supposed to be really powerful and all that, but at the same time, he works so well with the rest of the,
Yeah, he
the
does-
cast.
he does
like
bounce
that's
off
the
them.
one thing that
It's different from
James
the comics,
Gunn's
but
good
I
at doing.
can't complain because it's just its own
Yeah.
thing.
honestly
If you
one of the
disassociate
best
him
movies
with
of all time.
Drax
Yeah.
from the comics, he's awesome.
It pains me that we've only got 5, but then there's just so much more
it's
to
so
come.
we go-
many good ones.
Should we go 4 Suicide Squad?
I'm not sure that's 4th, to be honest. Like,
The
this
thing
is,
is,
this the problem.
that is such a good film.
I know. But
Ollie,
there's so much
opinions?
more.
I don't know. I mean, it's a great
Good.
film.
Okay. You do not know.
You
End
know
of
what?
Podcast.
You know
okay,
what?
no, continue.
I was gonna. I mean, obviously, I think it does. Do you think it deserves a list on the top 10? I
The
think,
Suicide
I
Squad,
think it does.
100%.
Higher up on the list.
High, so would you think that would be number 5, number 4?
I reckon maybe number 5 because we could put Guardians at number 4.
Yes, maybe
Suicide
swap
All right.
it
Squad
So
at five.
Suicide.
Can we-
All right,
Let's talk about Suicide Squad. Ollie,
Well, all right, we're
start us
putting
off.
Suicide Squad on 5.
all right. The Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad.
The
Yeah,
Suicide
not
Squad.
David
Not-
Ayers
no,
one.
no,
no.
The Suicide Squad.
These
So-
Suicide Squad.
All right, so the Suicide Squad, right? I
Yeah.
went into this movie kind of thinking, okay, so James Gunn's doing this one. This is going to be like a complete redo of the terrible one they did in 2016. It's going to be a complete redo and everything's going to be different. And I walked in and I left the cinema. I'm like, James Gunn, you absolutely cooked with this.
I
Because
knew it was going to be
I
good
mean,
when I
they
saw
did,
James
they did
Gunn's
everything
name.
so great. I mean, as well. I mean, like just like
Oh yeah.
the development behind like Idris Elba's character as well with his daughter, and
yeah.
then like Wall is there like, okay, we're gonna throw her in an actual adult prison if you don't do this, and then bloody Nathan Fillion's in the movie
I
for like
know,
2
yeah,
minutes,
it's
and then
a
he's
tactical-
killed.
Tactical kid.
Everyone
I
just
fucking love
and that-
Nathan
you-
Fillion.
Anything with Nathan Fillion.
you have
is
that
just
beach
amazing.
Yeah.
scene with all those characters introduced, and you're like, okay, all these characters are gonna be real cool, and then like half of them get
Yeah,
wiped
bloody
out.
Pete Davidson as well.
Pete
He
Davidson
gets shot
is
in
a
the
god.
face in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson, and then like,
That just makes it so funny.
and
I
Ha-
think. Wait, sorry. Yeah, go
so-
ahead.
and
yeah.
Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn again. She just
Yeah.
wasn't this
Nails
her
it
last
every
performance as
time.
Harley Quinn? Or am I?
I think
am I
so,
wrong?
yeah.
Was
I
Birds
know.
of Prey after or
okay.
before Suicide
The
Squad?
Here's-
Birds of Prey was before.
Ah, okay.
Here's my critique on Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Okay.
So I'm not particularly a big fan of her as Harley Quinn.
Oh.
And I know that's like
okay.
a cardinal sin, but the thing is because Margot Robbie, very, very beautiful lady and all that, and everyone can universally agree on that. But the thing is that when you're Harley Quinn, you gotta be fucking mental.
I mean,
right?
She works.
even though
does
this
work.
I'm not convinced that in real life she's actually like that mental. I
No,
mean,
she's not in real life. but-
Obviously
It's
not.
called
No.
acting.
She's a
She won't have a
actor.
job.
She doesn't-
I know she's an actor, but
It's called acting. mate.
as a method actor myself, I'm just saying.
She doesn't
As a
need to be a
method
method actor.
Yeah, I've seen
You're
your
a method
I've seen
actor.
your daydreaming movie, mate. You can act. Don't worry.
Yes.
We actually like had like a screening in like the theater the other day, and we actually saw your acting on the big screen, and
Oh,
we were
yeah,
like,
what
oh,
do you
this
think?
Fred legend,
Yes.
beautiful. But yeah, I mean, just an interesting like side fact. You know, like has anyone seen The Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, I love
That
it.
happened.
I mean, do you know that like the actress for Penny and Bernadette, they've both actually voiced Harley Quinn?
Have
Yeah.
they?
They
I know.
both-
I knew Penny did.
I'm
but I didn't know.
expecting the voice actress for Amy to have a go now, because obviously then you got to complete
Complete
it. It's
trilogy.
destiny.
They
Like,
make
you don't
the
have a
Big Bang.
choice here. You're doing it. But I mean, yes, they both voiced Harley Quinn, so you kind of go, yeah. But like, moving on back onto the Suicide Squad, everything about that was just great. James Gunn's character, and then they introduced like Rick Flag. He was actually done correctly as well with his like
Peacemaker.
And then Peacemaker obviously was like a controversial
fucking
opinion.
love
My
Peacemaker.
favourite. Have you seen the show?
Oh, this show's so good.
If
I
the-
have
if
not seen the show yet.
Oh,
It's
you-
so
Oh,
good.
mate, the show.
I think the show's better than the movie.
that I
Really?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one because the show. I mean, I also love the fact that James Gunn realized, okay, well, this is DC, and people's expectancy of the DC movies is dark, so
Let's do
I
this.
can put some gore in this movie.
Oh yeah, right.
I can put some gore in this movie, and then like
Oh, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone as King Shark just going bird.
That-
Brr.
I know that's
Bird.
Sylvester Stallone.
Bird. And then just everything about her. And then
Yes, that is your hand in our way.
it's also the like, you know, because a lot of
Blank.
because you know when like Rocky came out and then
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone, and then the people at the time thought, oh, because you know his movies live like this, you know, like because of the way he speaks, people thought that Sylvester Stallone was like really dumb. They thought he was stupid, obviously because
Oh
it was,
no,
like,
he's a smart guy.
but he's
He
a really
wrote
intelligent. He's a
Rocky.
really intelligent guy. So like, obviously, I feel like for Suicide Squad, they went, all right, I'll tell you what, let's confirm this theory and make him let's make him backward pretty much because he's just like everything like that.
I'll tell you
make him
an
stupid.
underrated character in that film. Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
pretty
she was
really,
great.
She
really
was
good
very,
character.
very well acted. Not gonna lie. She
Really
was
good
very,
character.
very well
I
done.
still remember that quote to this stage. The whole like I suggest you eat a big bag of dicks, and he went, if
If
this
this
all
whole beach was covered by dicks, I'd eat every single one of them for liberty.
Why
No
would s-
problemo.
why would someone put penis all over Ireland?
I love how
cares what
you
men
remember
do
the
what they do?
fucking like quotes from the
Yeah.
movie.
Like,
I love
it's
it.
such a great and then when
It
they have
is.
that contestant where like him and Idris Elba like brutally murder everyone in the camp.
Yeah.
and they do it as a fight.
And then you
it's the good
find out
guys.
it's the good guy.
Turns out they just killed everyone whilst they're sleeping. I thought that was good. But, yeah.
Such a good.
Some little
Really, the action's also amazing. It's not just funny. It's all so well,
And-
so
and-
well
and
choreographed,
to
so
know-
well CGI.
and- And to know that James Gunn, he is in charge of the future DC projects.
we're in safe hands.
as well as Superman, DC's in safe hands.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will cook in the
I
future.
got bored the other day, and I started planning a third Suicide Squad
Oh, you-
film,
yeah,
like
you
a
said.
headcanon one.
I was getting when you went. I'm getting
No,
bored. I
I'm
was
not-
like,
No. Hear me out. Hear me out.
if Punisher had a movie, if like Burnfall's Punisher had a movie, do we think it would be on the top 10?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's other Punisher movies, but like the,
But they're
the
not very
original. But
good.
then
Punisher's
they don't.
like edgy
don't- they-
peacemaker.
They don't deserve.
basically.
They don't deserve to be on the top 10. But yeah, anyways, you were bored the
So-
other day and you planned a third
so-
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and I was thinking like it'd have
Choose your words.
3 task forces in it, but you only watch one. And the 3 task forces in it is Task Force X, Y, and Z, right? X and Z. So Task Force X is the one from the James Gunn film. Task Force Y is the one that you watch, and I'll tell you a bit about them in a minute. And Task Force Z is the one from the David Ayers Suicide Squad.
Ah.
And it's like the film is basically about how like Gotham gets taken over by the Reverse Justice League from the
Yeah.
comics.
yeah.
And basically Task Force Y is basically anyone that they can find in Arkham Asylum serving a sentence they just grab them and just send them straight into the field, and they go, right, your job, you got to find the other task force because they've gone like 0 Dark 30 basically, and we can't hear them. And basically the people that they've got is Dog Welder,
Oh, you told me about this in your
Condiment
flat.
King, Bane. And Bane doesn't sound like a bad shout, but Bane in this is like, he's like the one from the Harley Quinn show. He's just obsessed. He's really petty and just obsessed with blowing shit up. And I was thinking about getting Shaquille O'Neal to play him.
That
like
would be
getting
brilliant.
Shaq to
Shaq.
play fucking
Right,
like
Fred, as
Bane.
much as
want to blow shit up.
Frederick,
I'm just going to blow that
Oi.
shit up. Yeah.
as
Yeah.
much as this
Good
is
effort.
really
Oi.
funny,
Yeah.
and I love it, we have fucking spent so much time on this
Oh,
already.
sorry.
We're not even on the top 3
I know.
yet.
Yeah.
I know this will be my number 1, but I don't know if you agree with me. So
I've already got a number 1, and I think
This is
Fred
why
might
I've
stand
got-
with me on this one.
I have a feeling you guys
Oh,
would
yeah.
agree. So I wouldn't mind putting this at number 3 to compromise with you. But this is my number 1, Logan.
Ooh, I have not seen it.
Oh,
Okay,
Get
okay,
off the
okay,
podcast
okay,
right
okay,
now.
hang on.
Can we
Hang
put?
on.
Can I reserve Logan as number 2?
Can I put it as number 3?
I'm gonna put. All right,
I can go to number 3.
So we're gonna.
I've got a number 2.
All right, can we have Logan as number 3? Just because that's my number 1.
Which number are we on it right now? We on
3.
We're on 4, are we?
Wait, hold on.
You got the list on your phone.
You got
No,
the
4 was Guardians.
Yes,
So
so
we've
we're
got,
on
okay,
three
so we've got.
now.
All right, number
What
3.
about the Suicide Squad?
That was 5.
Okay, cool.
All right, so number 3. What are we going with? Because obviously I've got a certain film I want to put at number
I
1.
really-
but
I really
I'm gonna
want-
wait until we
Logan
get to the
was
number
gonna be
one.
the-
one.
I really want Thor Ragnarok on there.
Logan was.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Thor
We
Ragnarok.
could go Thor Ragnarok as 3, Logan as 2.
Yes. Okay.
Here's
Thor.
hold on,
Hold on.
we're forgetting a very,
Yeah.
very,
Because
very
we've got-
popular.
It's called The
superhero-
Dark Knight.
Hold on,
We've
we're
got 2
forgetting-
Batman
no.
movies that need to be on this list.
You've forgotten a very popular superhero franchise
go to-
that racks up Marvel millions.
Is it the Avengers?
Oh no,
No,
no.
what is it?
What is it?
X-Men.
Deadpool.
Oh, fucking hell.
That-
No.
No.
Yeah,
What?
I'm
Okay,
I
it's
I
really
Deadpool,
funny.
but
They're really
not as a
funny, but
superhero
the
movie.
stories are just meh. I'm sorry, the stories are meh.
I unfortunately have to
What?
agree. Yeah.
Deadpool. I've seen Deadpool 2 once and it wasn't too memorable. Deadpool 1's really good.
Deadpool 1 is
actually.
really good. I will give
Dead-
you that. Definitely an honourable mention. I just don't
Yeah,
think the
yeah,
story
yeah.
is
The whole,
good
honourable
enough.
the
mention.
whole point, the thing is with Deadpool is the whole point is that they are comedy films.
Yeah, I know they're very.
Like-
they do that very well. But
like-
as a we're doing superhero movies. So as a superhero movie,
it's got to be an honourable
it's
mention.
definitely. I
Yeah,
agree.
honourable mention for
100%.
her, sure.
Like,
All right, number. Oh yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say number 3.
I can't
Like,
have
what do we
one
think?
dissing my home
I'm thinking Ragnarok number 3, Logan number 2.
All right. So, do we think Ragnarok should be number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what I think, I know I'm the guy that literally just mentioned it, but I'd rather have The Dark Knight on the list than Thor Ragnarok.
I was gonna
don't
say-
mind
Really?
sacrificing Thor
We are
Ragnarok.
missing the Batman and we are missing
Because
the
you guys
Dark
want
Knight.
you guys want the Batman, right?
We've already solidified.
And the way-
I think
so
the
the
Batman's
way
gonna
I
be
see it-
number 1.
I don't
Billy,
like it that much.
Hold on,
Hold
I
on,
wouldn't
hold on.
mind replacing Black Panther with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Do you think we should-
Actually, you know what? I agree
Number
with that
7,
take.
if we replace Black Panther with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should we
this
have
is
a little chinwag about Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah,
Yes.
I love.
all
that
right. Thor
movie.
Ragnarok
It's
at number
so good.
7.
So my I don't know how many times I've seen it. I've seen it so many
I've
fucking
seen it so many
times.
bloody
It's
times.
so fucking funny.
Every bit of that
Thor
movie is
Ragnarok.
funny.
Carl Urban in that film.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just so good.
Even like, and the thing is, it's so funny, but it's also got like good action in it. It's got cool moments
It's
in
got
it.
my-
Like that.
really good
my-
fight scenes.
I used to quote that film regularly, particularly that line in it where he goes, "This is Des,
and this is Troy.
and together they destroy."
Korg is my favorite character in that whole movie.
Oh yeah, how's it going, mate? Yeah, cool here, yeah.
you want to get on this ship, mate?
We're trying to start a rebellion, you know.
You want to join?
You want to join?
I know it's not Ragnarok, but it's like, hey, this little kid on Fortnite, he called me a certain word. He's like, noob master.
69.
I'm gonna
come over to your
little basement where you reside in
Yes,
and kill you.
yes, cry to your little mummy and daddy.
Hold on. I'm looking at the top 10 list. Infinity War is an honourable mention because
Yeah,
I put that on my
Endgame-
top 10.
Endgame honourable mention.
I put Infinity War on my personal top 10.
I
What should we
think
say?
underrated
combined.
opinion, Infinity War was better than Endgame.
Oh, it was.
That's
it was.
not underrated. Loads
No,
of
it
people
was.
agree with that, but I just prefer Endgame myself.
I mean,
I want to put Infinity War on the top 10, but I don't mind having
I
that
think
on honourable
Endgame,
mention.
the sheer volume
I'm-
of it is just so much better.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really that much of a big fan of Avengers: Infinity War or
Oh, wow.
Endgame.
Fair
That's
enough,
like,
fair
that's
enough, fair
like,
enough, fair
you know,
enough.
it's just like it's.
It's
I
got a
feel
lot
like-
of characters in it. It doesn't have enough time to focus on one or two.
Right,
you
no,
listen to
um,
him, Bill, go, you shut up. No,
that
I
should
feel
be
like
honourable mention.
it's because I'm like at the moment I'm writing something with a lot of characters, and Mr. Ollie knows about all that as well.
yeah, you
Yeah.
keep
It's like-
briefing me on your project.
Yeah, it's like my end game. And but the thing is that Endgame's got so much going on in it that I feel like maybe if like they had a limited series
What
or
about
something
Infinity War?
for it, like where Infinity War
It could have
and
been a couple more
Endgame-
movies, I think.
Mm.
Oh, like I think
Like
it could have
Fast and
been.
Furious type.
Oh well, I mean,
Maybe not that many.
I feel
yeah,
like, I
like
feel
5 or 6. I don't know.
it was way too quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I completely
think that's
agree.
the
Yeah.
best way to put it. It's all.
There was no time to focus on individual
And then
characters.
Josh
at all.
Brolin had the opportunity to play not only Thanos but Cable as well. He's played
Yeah.
Yeah,
two
he did, didn't
people
he?
Cable
Yeah.
in
was
Marvel.
He
good.
did,
Okay.
didn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so back to Ragnarok at number 7.
Travel back in time. Save my
Great
father.
movie. Should we go to top 3 now, or are we done?
Yeah, let's do top 3.
Top-
We're
All right,
running
all
out
right.
of time.
Can we say top 3? Can we say the Batman, the Dark Knight, Logan, but in whatever order? Or is that what we all
Okay,
unanimously
so-
agree with?
so-
Or does anyone have any
Well,
objections?
But before you put that there, would you say which is better, Logan or the Dark Knight?
Logan.
The Dark Knight.
I'm.
You haven't seen Logan.
You've not seen Logan.
No, but the thing is with Logan, it's got Steve Merchant in it.
It
Oh,
does.
that's a good
So-
point.
Also,
yeah, but the
He's playing an albino mutant, so you know.
I think.
The
And
Dark Knight has
I
Michael
have
Caine
seen
in it.
Dark Knight.
Should we say,
And it
Some
has
men-
Morgan Freeman.
Some men just want
Ollie?
to
What do you
watch
think?
the
'Cause
world
I think I wouldn't mind the Batman at number 3, Logan at number 2, but
The Dark Knight has to be top 2, I think.
Now, there were some people over in India, right?
all right, Ollie, what do you think? What do you
for the
think?
stones.
But no,
You didn't have to blow the bloody doors off.
Alfred just dropping some wisdom in the middle of the boss
Oh,
fight.
I generally can't think of anything wrong with it.
But anyway, all right. So
Sorry to interrupt. All right, I'm sorry to keep on interrupting. Honourable mention: The Dark Knight Rises.
I love
No,
that movie as
nah.
well.
there is a pit.
Dark Knight Rises.
fucking Bane in that film. You cannot tell me any wrong. That is like one of my favorite on-screen supervillains.
Bane was very good, but that film.
I was wondering what would be the I was born. You're a spirit?
Imagine if they got Shaquille O'Neal to play him instead of having Tom Hardy.
Batman.
That just sounded Indian, mate. What?
That's just my Bane
Bad
impression
man,
for
bad
you.
man.
I love how he transitions in that one fight when it's like the whole.
Oh yeah, sure thing, Dad.
And then like when he gets onto the speech, he goes, "But then there was nothing to me but," and it just fucking gets. And it's Tom Hardy under that who's just buzzed his head. It's just going, "Yes," you know.
All right,
It's so
Bane
different.
was good, but I don't like the
Here's
Dark
the
Knight
thing,
Rises as a
if you
film.
got Shaquille O'Neal to play Bane in that would have been so fucking
I also
good.
really like the Batman Begins.
I prefer
the-
Batman Begins.
but
to
Dark Knight, the
Rises.
Dark
Oh,
Knight.
fuck off!
No, Batman Begins is better than the Dark Knight Rises.
Liam Neeson's Liam Neeson's good.
You
okay?
little.
No, that. That film
fucking-
is better
I
than the
love
Dark Knight
Liam
Rises.
Neeson in fucking The A-Team. Like that is like one of my like I don't know why I just fucking love that film. However, Liam Neeson in The Dark Knight Rises is. You get him back in not in the
Like
Dark
5
Knight,
seconds.
in Batman Begins, right?
No, but even if I don't like Liam Neeson as a villain, I think
Blank.
that film
Right.
is better.
Everyone,
Nah.
stop it.
No.
We gotta
This is
do. We
objectively
gotta.
wrong.
We gotta do the top 3. All right.
Right, so I would think. Okay, now I'm gonna say
Number 3.
this is gonna be a controversial one, or not
Yeah.
controversial one, but I say controversial one. It's like the most standard opinion ever. But I would say number 3 should be The Dark Knight.
Okay.
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 How about to be honest, what if we go through each of
Yeah,
our
that's a good point.
what if we go through each of our top 3s?
You do a top 3. You do a top 3. You do a top 3. I
All
do
right,
a
so
top 3.
out of the one, out of the one, I'll talk to you about this in a minute.
Yeah.
But all right, so number 3, I think The Dark Knight. All right, so I would say Bale, obviously as Batman. I think we can agree we grew up with Bale as Batman. Whether he's your favorite or your least favorite, I think everyone in this room grew up with him.
Yeah.
I didn't watch The Dark Knight until I was really old.
You're an idiot.
I am.
You are a fool.
And then Heath Ledger. Oh come on, Heath Ledger is the
Ledger
Joker.
is the best Joker
best
of all
Joker.
time.
Nah, yeah.
One of the best villains
torn
of all
with
time
Mark
as well.
Hamill. But that's animated. Torn with Mark Hamill.
Live action. Best
Live
live
action. Heath Ledger. Animated. Obviously, Mark Hamill.
Barry Keoghan, I don't think is probably going to live up to fucking Heath Ledger.
No.
He's the thing.
Have you
is,
seen- have you
Heath
The
seen
thing
Ledger-
about Barry Keoghan is it feels like he's just trying, like, from that one very, very brief clip we've got of him, it feels like he's just trying to do Heath Ledger again when he should be doing his own thing.
And I'll tell you the one bit where he's really copying.
And he can't live
where,
up to
where
it.
he's really copying Heath Ledger is where he talks about like the Riddler, and then he finally goes out the mayor, the commissioner.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
are you sure that's not like a sound clip from The Dark Knight? Because that sounds
Yeah.
bang on that. But yeah,
Yeah, just don't try and live up
I would say-
to that.
obviously because I don't want to like really extend my opinion because obviously we could sit here for like months and months talking about this.
Because we're already an hour and 8 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh, all right, we've got to.
So that's why I was saying
That's what we go.
we
Go
do a
through
top
all of our
3
top
quick.
3s each.
All right, we've got to speed up. So I would say, okay, so what's it? So The Dark Knight number 3. This is torn.
Dark Knight number
This is
3.
it's amazing. It's like by an inch.
Yeah,
would say.
I know, it's all
it's
really
by a
close.
percentage. This is like it would probably change. Like if you asked me a week, I would say, oh no, Dark Knight's number 2. It changes all the time, but for now, I would say
Yeah.
Dark Knight number 3, number
Dark
2
Knight 3.
because I loved this movie so much. This is one we're agreeing on. I'm gonna agree. I love this movie so much. Like his character. He's been doing it for like nearly 20 odd years now. He's coming back to reprise the role soon, and finally with this movie, they did him justice and they did him how he was supposed to be in the comics. Logan. I would say Logan. He
You
just
don't
like.
need to slam the table.
I mean, just with Logan, that got me excited. But yeah,
Messed up all the mic levels now.
Oh, you
but-
numpty.
but with also,
You plank.
but but the thing is with Logan, right? The opening scene where he's like asleep on the floor, and then like those Mexican dudes like steal his car,
Yeah.
and then, like the claws don't come fully out, and then he
Yeah, he's got like the one
and then
half
he
out.
brutally stabs everyone there, cuts them into pieces, and then like obviously when he gets shot, like he really has trouble getting the bullets out of him, and then it kind of is like a Last of Us situation because he's the grizzly old man, and then there's this little girl, and he has to like take her. It is a
very
Last of Us
similar to
situation,
The
but
Last of Us in a
I
lot of
still
ways.
thought it was brutal. I loved like evil Logan, like the other like ex, I forgot what he was called, but like yeah, I think he was just done like right. I think that's that version of Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's essentially Old Man Logan. I don't know if you've read like the comics, but like Old Man Logan, he's like grizzled. He's losing his power, like he's being poisoned within. I thought it was really emotional, really compelling, and James Mangold as well as director. And then he's coming back to do some stuff for DC.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I think Marvel made the biggest mistake letting James Mangold go because they've got
was a bit
James
stupid.
Mangold, Matt Reeves, James Gunn. You got some absolutely amazing
Fucking
directors
hell.
working for DC.
DC is actually going to pop off.
They
I
are going to
reckon.
make some absolute bangers, and if they don't get the viewers, I just don't know what's wrong with people because DC
Yeah.
have been like disrespectful for so long. But anyways, I know you're hovering above the button, and then number 1 for me, I gotta say it. I hope Fred can agree with me on this one.
Dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun 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 dun. Fucking the Batman.
The Batman.
Yes!
The
I love
Batman
that.
is just like everything about. The thing is, remember the announcement when it was like
Yeah.
Pattinson's gonna be Batman, and we all thought, and a lot of people thought, oh, I don't know, and then some people.
I didn't think it was gonna
I've got.
work.
I thought it'd be good.
One of my closest mates, right? It was like, he's got like a mother, right, and she refuses to watch the Batman because Pattinson's in it. And I go, why? What's wrong with you? She went, oh, he's the skinny kid from Twilight. And I'm
That's
like,
exactly what my dad said.
that's
yeah.
the movie that kind of like tarnished his career in almost. And then now Pattinson's like, if you watch his other movies, he's an insanely good
Yeah,
actor.
he's
Good
pretty
time.
good in
Have you seen
Tenet.
him in Good Time?
Yes, he's great.
He
in that.
is
He's
so,
also pretty good in Tenet as well.
Like he's such an underrated. Like when before the Batman, he was like a really underrated actor in my opinion, and also because like behind the scenes as well, like he's like best mates with like one of my favorite
Death Grips.
bands. Yeah,
I, mean,
Death
I also
Grips.
love the fact that like I
I
love
fucking love Death Grips. Why are you laughing?
Of
Why
course,
are
you
you laughing?
mentioned Death Grips in the fucking podcast.
I
also-
fucking love Death Grips.
I also love the fact that like just in case that if he didn't
Comes
get
Fred.
the role of Batman, just in case if Pattinson didn't get the role of Batman, he took a selfie in the bathroom.
He
of him in
did,
the bat
didn't he?
suit, just in
Yeah.
case. And I love that. But yeah, moving on to obviously we don't have. I don't want to like, overstep, but like Pattinson, he got what Batman was meant to be: a detective who came. I was in the shadows. Justice, like he's in the shadows, and like how mysterious he is, and also this is him at the start. It also gets that the movie is kind of serious. It's about serial killers, political corruption, like
Yeah.
domestic terrorism, and then like how real world scenarios can happen. And then you get like the Marvel fans that leave and go, it wasn't funny. There weren't any jokes. There wasn't even a post credit scene. And it's like,
Yeah.
are you 5 years old, mate? Because
Yeah.
like and then like just it was done right. As Batman, he was amazing. Obviously, like people see emo boy like Pattinson when he's like got the goth eye makeup and he he
Yeah.
stays in the basement the whole time.
The one- yeah, I mean the one thing I want to say as well is the world building is so on point with it because
Yeah.
particularly for like a neo noir film.
It got that, and also I love the fact that like how they took like not supervillains, but like the villains from the Batman universe and turned them into sort of like turned them into like real.
Mafia boss.
Penguin's like a mafia boss.
yeah,
Catwoman's like she with her club moving. Obviously, no one can see it, but the little. Remember how she was moving in the club?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Going side. I'm like, what's wrong with her ribs? But then and then like Riddler, I pissed myself laughing in the cinema when I went to go see this of how the Riddler is pretty much just a Twitch streamer that had
He
a
is,
bad
yeah,
day.
there's that part where
Hey
he goes,
guys,
Hey
thank you for
guys,
the detonators.
thank you for all the
Make sure you guys
support.
like and
Remember,
subscribe.
and subscribe to blow up Gotham.
It kind of reminds me of Screwball in Spider-Man. Like,
It's
Oh,
but like,
God.
But better.
but it's
done in a serious way.
but seriously though, like Pattinson as Batman, he nailed how Batman was meant to be. The world's
Yeah.
greatest detective with the solving the riddles. Riddler as well. Penguin. I'm looking forward to the Batman Part 2 to see how they're doing it. But that's
The
honestly,
Batman Part 2. One thing I will say about that. Right.
it's going to be the
It's
best day ever.
Oh, mate. When that comes out, I'm going to be like,
Also, just
the thing is that. Sorry to interrupt, right?
no,
but
I interrupted you, mate. You go on.
The thing that I'm worried about is what's it called? Is the fact that I feel like what they could do is they could introduce the Bruce Wayne side of Batman a bit.
Yeah,
more.
Definitely
I hope
in
that
part
they do
two.
that.
have more of like.
I
his,
want to
like,
see more
Playboy
Bruce
type-
Wayne.
That's the
but-
only negative I can really think about the Batman is the lack of Bruce Wayne.
Exactly.
But like, obviously, you got to understand this is like 2 years into Batman, so he's
Yeah,
still
I know.
in-
That's why.
fresh
That's
into
why
it.
I'm slightly annoyed with how it's set up because I kind of wanted a bit more of an introduction
we can
to
get-
this Batman.
But like,
but the next villain of the next film.
Is who's it gonna be?
I
do you know?
Oh, is it who you were
Clayface is
talking
pretty
to
much
me
confirmed, isn't he?
Yeah, I
there's,
thought it was
there's
Clayface.
three.
You-
There's three villains.
Who is it?
There's Mr. Freeze.
Yes, I was
Let's
hoping he
go.
was going to be in there.
Clayface.
Good.
and the
Mr.
main villain.
I thought Mr. Freeze was going to
This
be
This
in
is
there.
this is
he's
who you-
never been
you were-
shown in
you were
any
telling me
films
about
ever.
this.
I was.
Condiment King.
Yeah, it's Hush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
You
be
were
g-
talking to me about this, and I
This is
actually
gonna
am
be like-
excited for Hush.
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember
that's-
fighting him in the Lego Batman games on the timed events and shit, and I was like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
Lego Batman. Lego Batman 2 is the best game of all time.
Good.
Yes, that might shot.
Who's top three next? Who's top three next?
Before we,
Oh,
before you really quickly move into the top three, just really quickly, want to say it's 5 seconds. You know that this year's Halloween is actually going to be Thursday, October 31st.
Oh my
Halloween
god!
is actually going to be the
Batman.
Dun 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 dun. I will patrol the streets in that.
We all got to get Batman costumes and just run
Right,
around.
right, Fred.
Please,
Fred,
Yeah.
you're-
please.
Fred,
I'm gonna
you're
hold. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Right,
We will.
please.
Blank. Yeah.
You're number 3, Fred. Go on.
My
Your top
number
3, rather.
My top 3. Well, obviously
The
the
Batman.
The Batman's gonna get number 1. Yeah.
it's just so good. I love that movie.
I'm not putting it number 1.
Get out.
Should me and Billy do it whilst you think?
Yeah, I think.
Do you want to
Alright.
go? You know yours?
Okay, so my number 3 would be the Suicide Squad, but we've already mentioned that one. So should I change it up a bit?
No, you can use whatever you can use whatever top 3 you want.
Ignoring
Alright.
like 4 to 10, like if you were given a top 3,
If it was just literally me and my personal top 3,
yeah,
you
any
guys are
superhero
going to
movie.
kick me out of the podcast for this.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad, Infinity War, Logan.
Okay, fair enough. Everyone's got
Okay.
opinions. All right,
You guys
share
have
your
reacted
opi-
far more calmly than I thought you would about that.
Share your opinion.
All right, well,
everyone's got their own opinion.
We've
Share
spoken
yours.
about the Suicide Squad already. I mean, it's a great film. It's a great film.
an amazing
Logan, we've
movie.
spoken a little bit about, but that's just amazing. It's so dark. It's so gritty. It's so real. But it's what it needs. It needs to be a darker movie about old man Logan, and I thought it did it so really so well. But Infinity War, it's. If you're into that sort of Marvel stuff, which I am, I know it's not for everyone, but if you are into that sort of Marvel stuff, it's just everything you can want. It's just like you've got Scatter and the Guardians in there and the Guardian humor and stuff like that. But then you've got the Avengers. It goes more serious in places. It knows when to lighten the mood. What it does better than any of the other Marvel movies, in my opinion, is it balances the comedy and the drama. You've got it doesn't go too far like Love and Thunder, but then it doesn't go too dark.
that
It's
terrible movie, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was not good,
It
no.
was so promising.
It was
and then,
not
yeah.
good. But I thought it balanced it so well. It got dark. The cliffhanger, that was a painful year waiting for Endgame to come out.
That
'cause
was
I just
horrid.
wanted to know what happened. The action's so well done. The villain's really great. It's balanced so well. I love Infinity War. I think that's one of my all-time favorites. But Logan at number 1 just because of everything we were saying earlier. And honestly, I think that pretty much covers it.
Fair. You got that through that way quicker than I did. I was just like, glazing.
Admittedly, 2 of my picks have already been spoken about, so I could just say Suicide Squad. We've already spoken.
Fair enough. And all right, Fred, you ready?
Well, since Ollie said the Batman already, I think it's fair to say my top 3. Okay, yeah. Let me bring the microphone a bit closer. Ollie's already said his top 3, and he had the Batman on there already.
Yeah, Batman number 1. Come on.
So I'm gonna say, for my number 3 place, Kick-Ass.
Oh my god! Oh, by the way,
good
news. Did you
answer.
hear that Aaron Taylor Johnson was actually in Bath the other day?
Was he?
So like I think he actually lives locally. I think.
Yeah, doesn't what's her name? His wife. Doesn't she live
Yeah.
nearby?
So what happened was like someone that I work with that's currently in my flat right now. They work at the same place that I work at, and whilst they were working in the cinema, Aaron Taylor Johnson and his wife came in. And
Really?
they came to see a movie and have something to eat.
Cool.
And she got to serve him. So like he lives locally.
I
and-
know he lives locally.
And
I did
obviously,
know that.
unfortunately, she never got to take a picture with him. But she did
That's
say,
fair.
big fan. He went, "Oh, cheers," and then he kind of walked off into the film. And then
Cool.
he's doing Craven.
So,
yeah.
That's fucking Lemon from Lemon and Tangerine from fucking Bullet
Yeah,
Train.
he lives there. He lives next to-
Tangerine.
He lives nearby to where we are recording right now.
Tangerine.
What the fuck? Right, okay, Bill. Pass down.
I agree
Tangerine.
with Bill got here.
Tangerine, Kick-Ass, and what's another? And soon to be Craven
He was Quicksilver.
He was-
and Quicksilver.
yeah.
He lives nearby.
slow.
All right,
That's pretty much
Kick-Ass
slow.
at number 3. Justified.
What's number 2, mate? Oh, okay, never mind.
Have a little bit of an explanation, minute or so.
I don't
and
think
then
they
we'll
need
move on to number-
explanation.
Nick Cage.
Okay, valid.
That's all it needs to be said.
Yeah, all right,
He
number
w-
2.
He was really
Ghost
good.
Rider.
Number 2. Number 2, Fred, come on.
Number 2. Oh, yeah, The Flash.
Best
yeah.
movie of all time with Robert
Um,
Henry Cavill.
What was it? I think it was. Hold on, let
What's
me.
number 2?
I'll just put it in for you. Batman Forever.
No.
I actually don't mind that movie.
I've grown to like it more as I've watched it. I know it's bad, but I ignore some of the things about it.
If you can know what you're getting into, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just.
That was a bit of ASMR, man.
Billy, do you want to do your top 3 in the meantime?
No, I don't want to interrupt him whilst he's mid.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just trying to think because there's a
This
lot.
is a lot of dead air right now. Let's put
Yeah,
some.
there's a-
Can we put on the royalty-free music in the meantime?
yeah.
Come on.
Put some Rod's free music
Yeah,
whilst
put-
he's.
Fine, I'll say my third.
All right, cool. Right, top 3. Whilst he's
yeah.
thinking.
You guys are gonna hate me for this.
All right,
Yeah, go on.
I already hate you, so.
Doctor Strange.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's,
I
that's
love
a good
that
choice.
movie.
Ignored that one. Yeah.
Good
I love
choice.
that
As long as
movie
it's not
so-
multiverse of
No,
midness, you're all good.
no. I think that is the best introduction
Good
for a
choice.
Marvel
Good
character
choice.
of all
So,
time.
Doctor Strange, is he top 3 or number 1?
He's third.
Third,
All right.
He's not number 1.
Who's
no.
Who's 2 and 1?
Fred, are you ready with your 2 and 3? 2 and 1.
Okay.
Oh,
I
he's
feel
ready.
like we haven't given much coverage on one of the X-Men films.
We've got
The
Logan
X-Men
in there,
films
but-
on
Which
their
one?
bit.
Which one? Oh, First Class is First Class would be a top 10 for me. First
Shut up,
class.
James. Let's hear. Let's hear.
That was what I was going to say.
Ah,
So
yeah.
First Class.
It's a very flawed film, and I'm only putting it in there because I feel like we have to have one X-Men.
First
They-
Class
they-
is.
But it's not.
It's just so good. It's enjoyable.
good.
It's enjoyable,
But
which
is
is
it
what
a
you
top
need.
3?
It's a top 5.
I
What-
don't know.
what about
Actually,
the
I'm
original
sort of
X-Men?
backtracking it
It's
because I'm
not
not
a
sure.
top. It's not. I don't even think it's a top 10. But you know what?
Really?
Blank. Hold on.
Phil, you don't deserve to be in this room anymore, mate. Go away.
What
I
you're
will
doing
kick
is
you out again.
you're keeping track of time, which we have on the console here.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my number 2
Okay,
to a
okay.
very personal film of mine, and that is the original Superman.
Oh,
That is valid. I
Good
agree.
answer. Good answer.
Actually, I was so angry at my cinema, even though it's still Superman, the original
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
At my cinema, like obviously every so often every cinema does this now. They re-release classic movies,
Yeah, yeah.
and they have it there for like an anniversary. We had the original Christopher Reeve Superman
Ah.
for like a day showing. It was like a full day. It was like like a couple of days showing, right? And
Holy shit.
I just did not know about it
Ah,
until the day
no.
that I was there. I had the opportunity to fucking just come in and watch the movie, and then I agreed to cover someone's shift. And when I just saw that Superman was there, and I had to oversee it as it was happening, and then doing screen checks and walking in and seeing just seeing Christopher Reeve, the best Superman on screen. On screen,
Yeah.
it really angered me because that is again another great super. If we had more people on this, if we had more room on this list,
We
and,
need to do a top 20.
and more numbers.
Honestly.
We can do a part 2 to this episode. We can do top 10 worst superhero
Ooh.
The Suicide Squad. No, the
other
first
one.
movies. Suicide Squad.
I
yeah.
mean, the one that my number one.
Okay.
And everyone, there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me in this room, but that's because he's funny. It's got to be Deadpool 2.
Oh wow.
All right, yeah, you leave. You get out,
Oh,
you
no.
bit. Yeah, you two get out, all right? We don't like you here. All right, yeah, go, Billy.
He's actually gone.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
that's-
actually
Well,
left.
it looks like you guys need a new member of the Top Fellas.
Yeah, it's not Bill Gordon.
Oh my god, Deadpool 2.
I'd be planning on
Chose
rewatch.
the worst Deadpool.
I've
as
been
well.
planning on rewatching
No.
Deadpool 2 for a long time, but I'm holding off until Deadpool and Wolverine is closer.
Deadpool 2 is
Deadpool 1
sick.
is better than Deadpool 2 in every single way.
Of course.
How about you suck my meaty dick? How about that?
There's nothing there, mate.
I suppose he's right there. I guess.
Well, I suppose you're correct on that one.
I suppose you're correct.
Right,
No, I'll tell you why that is my number
go
one.
on then.
Amazing cast. One.
Yeah.
Task Force X in that because they have
Brad Pitt's in it for like a second.
and then Bill
Brad Pitt's in it
Skarsgård
for a
as well.
fucking second.
Is he the
Bill
Invisible Man?
Skarsgård gets
Yeah.
fucking clawed up, and then he like spits acid all over Bob. You know what's his name? Who's the really egotistical
Peter
guy?
And then,
Yeah.
and then there's the
The egotist like Star whatever
Yeah.
Fox or
There's
some
there's
shit.
the alien who gets grinded up in the helicopter thing, and then
Yeah.
and then Terry Crews just like gets slammed into a bus. Brad Pitt, who's in the movie for like a millisecond, just gets electrocuted to death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on a
And-
like an electric wire.
The only person who survives is fucking Domino, and you know Domino's
Because of the power of luck.
yeah, because she's lucky.
And then obviously he goes back and changes
which
times,
isn't
and
a
like Peter
superpower.
survives at the end, or
Yeah.
Bob or whatever his name was. Was it Bob or Peter?
I've not seen
I
it for
think
a
it was
while.
Peter.
I
Yeah,
thought it
no,
was
Peter.
not Bob. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah. what superpowers do you have? I've got type 1 and 2 diabetes.
Oh wow, that's all the diabetes. He's like, you're in, and then the taxi driver's like, fuck, in the background.
You know what, Peter? You got the job. Go ahead, big man. You got it.
All right, interesting pick. From
I
number one.
fucking Deadpool 1 I quote a lot. Deadpool 2 I quote
I
a
find
lot.
the humor in Deadpool 1 a lot better.
I prefer
a lot more
Deadpool 1.
enjoyable.
Well, if I
I dunno.
rewatch 2, I never know, but I personally, one has been more
There was
memorable
bits
to me.
in Deadpool 2 where I was bored, but in Deadpool 1 the whole time I was like, bloody hell, this is funny. I'm enjoying every moment. Every
Don't-
moment.
don't
of that.
think them
During
I-
every minute.
During every minute.
I enjoyed every minute. No, I think the one thing that I really liked about Deadpool 2 is the fact, even though he's lost his powers and stuff and he's having a real shit time, he's still a grade A asshole.
No,
even
yeah.
without the powers.
Honestly, Deadpool got me like.
Oh god.
Demo got
quality
me
movie.
stock clap.
Nah, but back to it, yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's just, I think it's a really good film. Josh. Right, you listen here. Right, I'm gonna go back. Right, you. Hold on, you. Put that. No. No.
Do it.
Hey.
Plank.
Yes.
That's me, so it's you.
What?
That's me saying
What
that,
are
so
you
it's you.
yapping about?
That's me saying that, so it's, you're just saying it to yourself, mate.
I mean, I do very much like Ryan Reynolds. He's a funny guy.
Yes.
He is a really good actor.
He like a lot of people say he's very overrated and all.
My
that,
brother
but
finds it
there's
very
a
annoying.
reason
Green
why they're
Lantern.
overrated, mate. In the Suicide Squad film, there's like a rip off of Green Lantern in it that I'm working on, and I was thinking, imagine if I got Ryan Reynolds to play it.
Yeah, you're
That'd
not,
be so-
unfortunately.
Plank. I
Right.
reckon I could.
Can I-
reckon I could.
Can I do my top three?
Yeah, go on.
So I already said Doctor Strange, which
Doctor Strange.
I
Good
love
choice.
every bit of that movie. The cinematography in that movie
Good
is
choice.
just
Good choice. The
fucking
CGI.
The
fantastic.
bit when
Before-
he first learns
before
about
they were
magic.
Deprived of like doing what they needed to do.
The bit when he like meets the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton.
Supreme Sorceress,
I-
and he like gets fucking sent to another planet.
Yeah.
It looks like what the average experience of giving
also-
a
I also-
Victorian child a
I
mountain
also like
Dew.
for how
They're just like-
Marvel, it was quite serious when he like gets his like hands paralyzed as well. 'cause
Yeah,
was
and it's
kinda
like
that
it's
was
all
quite-
shaky and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and then
I
he
thought that was
fixes
pretty
them
good.
with the magic.
I thought that was pretty
the
cool.
magic
That is
done job.
All right. What's
Alright,
your other
number
one?
That's
two.
number three.
Two's
Number
in-
two.
two and
See,
one. Two
this
and
one's
one.
already been on the list, but I just love this movie so much, so I had to do it. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Fair
love
enough.
that movie. I've seen it way too many times. It's probably my favorite
Understandable.
Marvel movie of all time. as
And
well.
what's your-
I love Thor Ragnarok.
What's your number one?
I prefer the Dark Knight to
Oh,
the
okay, fair
Batman.
enough. Fair enough. Fair
Fair
enough.
enough.
I always will. I actually got bored in the Batman on occasions. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no,
Fair
it
enough.
just wasn't for me, the Batman.
That's
I
valid,
can
that's
see
valid.
why it's definitely people's favourites and
We've-
why they love it. It's a really, really good movie. That's the same reason why I don't really like the Joker. It's not for me.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have to think which one is better. Is it this one? Hang on.
Copyright.
Okay, fine. Is it like the theme from like the Dark Knight, or is it the doom bam bam?
Yeah, but which one has
bam,
Heath
bam?
Ledger as the Joker in?
Which one has Pattinson as Batman?
Christian Bale as Batman.
Pattinson was better than
Pattinson
Bale.
was better than
Bale.
Bale.
Pattinson's better than
was
Bale.
You
better
gotta
than
remember. You gotta remember. You had Paul Dano and Robert Pattinson as the Riddler and Batman in the Batman film, which was like, wow,
Insanely beautiful casting.
insanely amazing
Okay,
fucking cast.
but you had Morgan Freeman in the Dark
Yeah,
Knight.
so you had the fucking
you had
guy-
Michael
Serkis.
Caine.
You had Andy
You had
Serkis.
Andy Serkis
Okay.
and the guy who played the Jesus from fucking
Michael Caine as Alfred is the
I
best
don't
Alfred.
care. You had the fucking Jesus from fucking
Michael
the
Ca-
Big Lebowski.
Michael
in-
Caine as Alfred is still the best
You
Alfred
had-
and always
no,
will
no, no.
be.
You had the guy who was a fucking sex offender from what's it called? You had Barton Fink.
You had the American
Barton Fink
Psycho
was
as
playing
Batman.
Falcone. Barton Fink was playing Falcone.
You had,
And
you
what's
had
his name?
American
All right,
Psycho.
that's a good point.
What's his name? What's his name? Is Commissioner Gordon. Like, obviously, you got Gary Oldman in
Jeffrey
the Dark
Wright,
Knight,
Jeffrey
and then
Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. Which one was better, Gary Oldman or Jeffrey Wright?
Gary Oldman.
If you say Gary Oldman,
But they
you're
are
racist.
both very
Gary
good. They are
Oldman.
both very good.
Gary Oldman, I'm sorry.
I think Jeffrey
I think
Wright.
Jeffrey
he's got,
Wright.
He's got more of a character arc in.
I mean, he was Lieutenant Gordon at this
But
point.
the
actually,
character
yeah.
in the Dark
No,
Knight
actually.
Rises of Gary Oldman
Oh,
is
They're
so
both
much
good.
better.
They're both good. They're both
Yeah.
good. Honestly, yeah. So, is that everyone's top tens?
I think the reason why I like the Dark
think
Knight
so.
more is because it has context. Because Batman Begins, it
Yeah.
has if I
Yeah.
needed the
And
context,
But at the same
for
time-
And
Batman-
repercussions in the third
but
one.
at the same time, we've seen Batman's origin so many
Yeah, but I like seeing
times.
it. I always
But
like
and it,
seeing
I
it.
like the fact that Matt Reeves said, you know, it's been a year since like a murder, like a politician has happened this bad since Thomas and Martha. I'm like, great, okay, so they're still like, you know, really quickly go. They're not having the flashback again of him in Crime Alley and then getting shot and then all that sort of stuff. And
Crime Alley.
Crime Alley. It's called Crime Alley for a reason.
I went round an alley that looked like Crime Alley the other day.
Crime
I thought I was
Alley.
going to go the way of Thomas Wayne. I'm not going to lie.
And then and then
Yeah,
or
Thomas Wayne.
You were just gonna go down there with your parents. I'm sorry, mate, but they get shot, and you're like, I must commit insane.
Dude,
acts
I'm
of
19
justice.
now. If I get that, they're taking me down with them.
It's gonna be like that bit from The Duel where you go, no, they got
They
his
got
bloody
bloody
hand.
hand!"
No.
Question, because I said I was gonna go over this earlier. Which one was better, where he does justice or where he goes vengeance?
Yeah.
Justice or vengeance? That's the question. Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Justice.
Also, wasn't the Batman like 3 hours long?
It was.
But
Yeah.
It was so
But
But
needlessly
it was
good.
what we call peak.
It's what we. It needed 3 hours. It,
it
needed
needed
3 hours.
3 hours.
My parents watched it and were like, "What the fuck's
My
going
dad
on?
loves
This is
it.
so
My dad
dull."
likes
Your parents
My-
watched it.
My dad has watched pretty much every movie that I have ever heard of, so I can't.
My dad liked
Well,
it.
I
that's what
can't
you
my
were
critique
dead
him.
My
wrong,
dad's
mate.
cool. All right.
Oh.
Honestly, is that everybody done? Because we're on about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Should I roll the outro or? Are
I
we-
think. Well,
maybe-
yeah, I think it's been a very good yip yap.
I think
today.
so. Yeah.
I think it's
Could
been
we
too
go
long
over
again.
what the list is?
Oh yeah,
We've
we
got?
always do
all
a
of our
recap.
We'll
list
run,
of-
we'll run with what our guest is because he's only
Yeah,
on the
he's
show.
our
So
guest.
All right,
the
Ollie,
top three.
Even
Top-
though I
top
disagree
10.
with number one.
So,
Oh,
so
okay.
pull up the
You-
list
pull-
that we got so far, and then add
None.
Ollie's 3 to the end.
And change number one. Cause
Oh
it's
yeah.
Not true.
Okay.
Right, shut up.
All right, Ollie. What's your top 10 superhero movies?
Okay. So number 10, we've got Captain America: Civil War.
Nice.
We got
Ensemble.
9. I'm gonna stick with the list we got so far in my opinion because I think, to be honest with you, it's a really good list. 9, Snyder Cut.
Nice.
8,
Yep.
Batman '89.
Yep.
Number 7, Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
Number 6, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yep.
Number 5, The Suicide Squad. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And this is my top 3. I haven't filled in the list yet, but this is my top 3. Obviously, we're subject to our own opinions, and people who ever listen to this, they've got their own opinions as well.
Of course.
Number 3, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Number 2, Logan.
Yeah.
And number 1, The Batman. That is-
Plank. Right. Nah, that's a good. That's a good. That's
All
a,
right.
that's a good. All
I'm
right.
just
Can I
filling
just
in
say
your
one
list for you.
thing?
One thing.
The Dark
Done.
Knight has a 9 on IMDb.
It deserves
Really?
higher. It deserves higher.
It is the best. I think it's the highest rated superhero movie on IMDb.
It's one of only like 5 movies to get over 9.
Wow. There you go.
And
Lovely.
also you guys are gonna
I
hate
mean-
how low the Batman is. It's got like 7.7 or something. Like
7.8.
that. 7.8, yeah.
Do you wanna just real quick talk about the future of like superhero cinema? Because
Yeah, right.
have you heard that they are bringing out a new Fantastic Four film?
They
Yeah.
are Pedro.
Right, oi!
No, this is Pedro Pascal's in it.
And
Yeah.
then what's his
I'm
name?
not sure.
What's his
John
name?
Krasinski's mine.
Bloody.
The guy from
Eddie-
the Bear.
Eddie from-
Munson.
Yeah,
Eddie
I
Munson.
don't like
Vanessa
that.
Kirby.
I don't like that.
I think Vanessa.
Wake up! I
don't like this. That was all over TikTok. and
I
I'm just
don't.
glad
I
it's
don't.
going.
I don't want him to be. What's his name?
The
fire-
Human
Human Torch.
Yeah.
I think
Human
Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm was a really good. Was like a, or not Sue,
That's smart. That's
not
very
Sue
smart.
Storm, Invisible Lady. What am I
Yeah,
thinking of?
Invisible
I'm
Woman.
thinking of Jesus Christ. Yeah,
You're thinking
the-
X-Men, bro.
better franchise.
No, no,
Well, there hasn't
Absolutely
really
no
been
way.
a good
Where's the-
Fantastic Four movie.
Where's the
has
Ever.
there?
Riddler?
I mean,
no.
No, I'll
Like,
tell you
alright,
what.
We're
I'll
deafening our fucking audience.
I'll tell you what. The start of the Fantastic Four-tastic was amazing.
Fat Four Stick.
Which
Fan-
one?
The one with
A bet.
the
what's his
one with
name?
Michael B. Jordan.
With the-
and
with
all
the-
I
that.
haven't seen
The
it.
start of it,
The
with the
ending
gi-
is
amazing.
so bad.
with Rooster from
the
Top Gun.
moment you get past the scene where they're like, where what's his name breaks out of prison. Shit,
Yeah.
awful, fucking awful.
The
film.
ending
I
is the
haven't
worst
seen it,
ending
I
in
haven't
all
seen
of
it.
movies.
Yeah, it's a shit film. But
If they go, well, we need a name. Oh, that's fantastic. And then they make-
Say that
is
again.
that genuinely what they
they
said?
say that again, and then yeah, it's just.
Fuck's
But
sake.
honestly, DC's in good hands. Marvel needs to
I
get
think
their
Marvel
shit
needs
right.
to step their game up.
They-
But
thing is
one
is
thing
they-
they have done recently is they said that they're focusing on quality now rather
Yeah.
than quantity. So they stopped a lot of
Quit with the
movies.
Disney Plus stuff.
Jonathan Major's been like fired.
Yeah, he was meant to be the new Thanos as well.
Yeah,
He's
he was.
obviously after
Kang.
the
He was
after,
gonna-
after the
Kang-
court case.
Kangs
Their
are cool.
biggest,
Kangs.
their biggest mistake ever is the fact that they do the multiverse right, but they only established that he's the only Kang. They could have so easily just said, oh, he was a variant. But at the ending of Ant-Man 3, there's that Council of Kangs where they're all Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, they shouldn't have
Thing
made
is,
him Jonathan Major.
There's also Iron. What's the name from
Ironheart.
Yeah, from Black Panther 2,
I haven't
which
seen
is
it, I haven't
that
seen
is
it.
that is a variant of Kang in the
Really?
comics. In the
Oh,
comics, that's a
okay.
variant.
I've
Of
not
Kang.
I
seen
also thought that
Ironheart.
Ironheart suit was horrible.
I
But
didn't-
still,
I
in
didn't
the
watch it.
in the future of superhero movies, I would say DC. I feel like they've got a
they're
really
gonna,
they're
they're
gonna
make a
cook.
comeback. For
They're gonna
sure.
cook. Marvel, I hope so. I mean, obviously after Endgame, when pretty much everyone died, they ran out of really good.
I like
characters to make movies
Spider-Man.
out.
No Way Home
Spider-Man was,
good.
yeah.
Shang-Chi was really good.
Shang-Chi
Yeah,
was- and then-
Shang-Chi was alright.
And then obviously for like
quite like
and then obviously
They
for
haven't done
movies that
anything
aren't
with
really.
them though.
Or
Yeah,
what about
so-
superhero movies that are like not like DC or like Marvel? Because I mean I know Watchmen's like kind of DC, but like you got other superhero movies that aren't like part of
Did
Marvel
you
or
know
DC.
that originally Watchmen was going to be using the DC characters that was supposed to be set in the DC
Really?
uni-
Yeah.
like they were going to use Blue Beetle and Peacemaker.
I like Blue.
Oh,
I like the
wow.
Blue Beetle movie.
Oh, fuck off.
You're wrong, Fred.
Really?
Blue Beetle in that era
Yeah.
of DC. Wait, which Blue Beetle?
It
Ted
was-
Cord.
Wait, what? Which
Wh-
one?
Which Blue Beetle?
It wasn't the
they-
Latina one. It was the
Oh,
one
okay,
before
so
him.
it's Ted Cord.
Yeah, Ted
I don't
Cord.
believe that.
No, genuinely, you can look it up.
Right. Anyway, guys,
They
guys,
didn't-
guys,
they
guys,
didn't- they couldn't
guys,
get the
He's
rights to
Googling
it.
it
guys,
now.
guys, guys.
They,
1 hour and
Alan
37
Ward.
minutes.
Hold on, we will let Phil Google this and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, Vilgot, pull that up. Look, like genuinely, it was originally going to be like there was going to be a load of like at DC like already universe characters, but they decided not to use them.
Good.
What do you mean good?
And then
well,
Watchmen
yeah.
is one of the best graphic novels ever.
Yeah, you got the comedian in it, which is played by fucking the guy who goes Rick Grimes. I'm gonna hit you in the head.
Ricky Dicky,
You-
do
you
dog
go- you-
Grimes.
you do.
No, it's
You-
not played by Rick Grimes, but it's played by the guy who's really smug. You know.
Hold on, we just
You know, and there's
Perfect.
also
awesome.
what's his name in it? The fucking Dr. Manhattan. What
Oh,
an overpowered
yes.
superhero. He's like he could like one tap Superman. So
Pretty much,
easy.
yeah.
Mr. Manhattan, what a guy.
Yeah, like like Superman would be like, "Oh, I'm here to save the." Boom, gone. Gone. Done.
Right. Bill, have you Googled
All
it,
right,
mate?
you got it. Yeah.
You got it up.
Right, well, that's the end of the
Right,
show.
yeah.
All right.
that's it.
Hold on.
Everyone, shush kebab.
Hold on. I'm gonna
We gotta
fade.
say
I'm gonna fade
bye-bye.
in the outro. I want to fade in the outro.
We
so
got to
just
say
for
bye
stuff.
bye.
All right.
Anyways, thank you.
saying
For
it?
Thanks for listening.
yeah. Thank you.
I don't know who we're getting on next time or what we will talk about.
But there will be another guest.
That will be.
And there'll be another. What?
Tune.
The source is Quora, but
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
there we
Fred's
go.
right. All right.
I was
Anyway,
That's right. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hold on. I'm gonna fade it out. Hold on. See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.